the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 7 and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Tullamore Dew is one of the best-known and most loved Irish whiskeys in the world. Founded in 1829 in the town of Tullamore, inspired by early owner Daniel E. Williams, whose initials live on each bottle to this day. As one of the world's top 2 Irish whiskeys, Tully prides itself on exceptional liquid quality. The original triple blend of malt whiskey, grain whiskey, and pot still whiskey come together to create an unrivaled taste and character like no other in the category. Tullamore Dew, Irish whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc., New York, New York. Please enjoy Tullamore Dew responsibly. Doug, Adam is on the line. I think you're sideways with him, but I can't.
Crying out loud.
We are not sideways anymore, Dougie. But real quick, Charlie, there is a groundswell of support for you on the Facebook page. People are loving this little threesome you guys got going on with Jim out of there, Charlie in. It's a great setup. It's a good feng shui. People are loving it.
So you want me to whack the cat?
I didn't say that.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm fine as just the fill-in guy. Cat's my guy.
Shush. I wrote.
Oh, shush you.
Shush you.
Doug,
yes.
I wrote a rap song for you because I love you so much. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Andy, he's a real cool dude, walking down the street and acting a fool. Oh, always doing sports and radio in his khaki shorts. And you are so special to me. Living it up down South Miami. And gee, he's got the grandpa swag. Hey, Gramps, come on, sit on my face.
Put him down! Put him down! You didn't even finish. He has H&N, right?
Yeah, I know.
Adam has been suspended for that particular line in his song.
Did you think there was any chance that a rap dedicated to you was going to go well?
I thought it might. It wasn't bad there at the beginning. It kind of got sour towards the end. Adam's been suspended, gentlemen, 4 days' time, and his name's been...
I see it right there.
Mogul.
I like when people come in with material, though.
Don from Delwood's on the line.
Hello, Don.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Oh, we're fine. You?
Hey, Doug, are you the type of guy that likes to, slap his butt cheeks and...
Put him down! Put him down!
So stupid.
He was on hold for at least half an hour to say that. Don from Delwood.
Than that. Here's the worst part, though. Sometimes I want to know where they're going with it. I want to hear the ending of it.
It almost always goes bad when they start out with Doug. I know that something awful is about to happen.
If Doug's the first word and flap is in the second or third word.
In this case, a little suspension has been rained down on the Delwood region. Don from Delwood has been suspended a period of 4 days' time for an audio violation. His name has been entered into the suspension logule.
I think these phone lines may be poison. I might agree with you on that.
The phone lines are rising.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM, The Potted Plant, TMASTL.com. And our singles bar, youtube.com/TMASTL, where the hottest available St. Louis ladies and some whom just might be unavailable, have gathered to talk it over and fantasize as we get ready for the lake this weekend.
Still pretty much just a dating app. That's our YouTube.
That's basically it. No, it wasn't what the plan was 6 months ago, but here we are, and this is where eligible St. Louis singles get together and fantasize about being with us.
We didn't want to say it, but it's a hookup site.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is.
It is, and it's hot. 52, I think mostly females, have gathered, now 53. It's unbelievable. At youtube.com/TMASTL. Subscribe to the page. 4,060 people have. And you, of course, can download the app for App Madness, and if you enter the code this week, which is, of course, CUCK, you win a chance to come in and be a part of this show for an hour. It's App Madness. You have until Friday to do it. Also at TMASTLshop.com today, 20% off the end of June sale. That's golf hats, that's golf shirts, that's club head covers, and that's T-shirts. Everything is 20% off? What? Doug, watch this.
Wow.
What?
That's almost a fifth off the normal price.
Another fifth. And Jackson has decided to come in.
What's he got?
Oh, he's got the Mugganass Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown. It's John Deere Week. As Jamie Burkhardt said, let's put Chris Nagel and Adam Long on Doug's team, and then they'll have a St. Louis Showdown.
Okay.
And then Hayden Buckley, University of Missouri. It'll be an all-Missouri Sunday at the John Deere.
Well, sure.
And Jackson, you could tell just how excited he was.
He
Names
loves this.
Yeah, he handed me the box with just a big smile, knowing he loves doing that part of this program.
Yeah.
It's the worst field in the history of golf.
Oh, my God.
God, it's awful. I put a team together yesterday. Oh, really? I'm putting this guy in there?
You got Nagel in there?
No, but I put Long in there.
What's Nagel's price? I know it was undetermined.
6,300.
6,300? Okay.
And I went to go bet him this morning on Bovada. It's still up on my computer. And he's not on there.
Why?
I don't know, because I figured he'd be, something, Doug, what would you describe it? Juicy? Yes?
I wouldn't say juicy.
Ricky Barnes on there?
Can you tell that?
Or John Atwell?
I know Omar Urestri's plus 150,000. And when I throw 100 on that, that's $150,000 for you if he wins it.
Yeah, well, he won't.
Well, you never know.
Boo Weekly.
With this field.
I'll book that bet for you.
Yeah, probably.
You know I'm good for it.
Absolutely.
Boo Weekly.
I always describe you to people as liquid.
Nice,
Yeah.
Tim.
Almost more money than you know what to do with.
All right.
I've got a T in my pocket. That's
Oh,
what
my God. Well, there you go.
I found this yesterday at Normandy. Free Dotem.
You just happen to see that. Free Dotem
It was-
2021, Doug. That's a collector's
It
item.
was laying on the tee box. I said, yeah, bring that in.
So you played yesterday?
I did, not well, but
Oh, no. Who'd you play with?
Cletus.
Nice.
I drove the ball so bad.
Wow, after your signature performance.
I don't know. But then I had some great 3-woods. And
I don't know how great those 3-woods were.
Doug, I had a ball on 9.
Pull up 9, Doug. Number 9. You know, it's
Gotta be kidding me.
It's a gettable hole. There's that shrub out there that I use as kind of my target. You push it right, you bring the driving range into play. Left, you're blocked out by the foliage. Iggy, let's pull up your tee shot. Doug, what do you see here?
Yeah, Cletus went right into the rough, wide open shot. I had a perfect shot down the left fairway, tree.
Well, then it wasn't a perfect shot.
It wasn't a perfect shot. But,
It
but
wasn't a perfect
but
shot.
the tree was like, I don't know,
The tree's probably been there 100 years.
75 yards in front of me, and I told Cletus, I'm just going to hit 3-wood over the top of the tree. He goes,
Aggressive tiger line.
He said, no, that's not the play. I said, I don't care. I mean, I just pounded a 3-wood over.
Sure you did.
Back of the green, on the fringe. Hit it about 230. So, hit some good 3-woods. I don't think I hit a fairway except for that one. It's the only fairway hit all day.
Now, Tim, the key with 9 is, remember we did the flyover with Dogtown
Time.
And Iggy was explaining where to hit it, but he was actually facing 2 fairways.
Yeah, it was wrong
So I
fairway.
think the key with 9 at Normandy is to make sure you're hitting in the right fairway.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of players you'll see this week at the John Deere will tee off and aim at the wrong fairway.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic.
Happens.
Well, you do that on, was it 1 at Westboro? You tee in the other fairway.
I do aim down 16.
Yeah.
Doug, because right is bringing trouble into play left. You can go down and play that fairway. And we'll talk more about that.
I
in the
probably
process
could have
guys
gotten into the John Deere if I'd have Monday qualified.
Wow.
That's how bad this field is. I may watch the Live Tour. Better field.
Freed?
Is that some sort of protest?
No, I just
viewing?
like watching good golfers. Sam Thagala is his 3rd highest priced player.
Okay.
Nutted it.
Adam Hadwin. He's never won a tour
Okay,
event.
that's enough.
Thank you, Doug.
That's enough.
Here's Mike
There's no one who
Francesa
cares about
dealing
this.
with a caller's illness. Take a listen.
Well, since we're doing the show at 1 tomorrow, there have been reports that I'm going back to do the show at 1 o'clock every day. I'm not doing that. I promise you. It's just one day we are doing this. One day. That's it. I mean, I did one show. People are like, oh, you're going back to 1. No, it's one day, 1 to 6. The rest of the days will be 3 to 6:30, like always. It's not 1 to 6. It's just 1 to 6 tomorrow because they wanted it to be an extended show because it was, this big crowd and the whole thing. So that's why. 1 to 6, just tomorrow. Mark in Utica. What's up, Mark?
Mike, next week the shows are starting at 1 or 3:30?
First of all, it starts at 3, not 3:30. It starts at 3. Okay, what's up?
I was calling regarding DeGrom's
Yes.
performance today.
Yes.
Matchup for the ages, Bumgarner, DeGrom. I don't know if it was the nachos or if it was DeGrom's performance, but my stomach is killing me. I don't know if I need Maalox. I don't know if I need Tom's.
You need to stay off the phone is what you need to do. Please, you're making us sick. Ryan and Hal, what's up, Ryan?
Ryan and Howell.
He's always exhausted by the time he gives the, Pete and Poughkeepsie.
I feel like his text line's similar to ours, to where like they'll troll him about the 1 o'clock thing, and he's just sick of it already. And apparently, it was just announced that he was.
But they didn't troll him. That's the sad thing about the stuff he makes up. He hadn't even done the show at 1 o'clock yet. He was doing it the next day. Everybody's it's just tomorrow. Everybody's all the people think we're. Who said? I guarantee nobody said what. He's going back to 1. Nobody said that.
Where are the big crowds? He said there were going to be big
crowds for what?
For a podcast?
Could be.
You mean doing it on remote?
He's been doing the show so darn long. Isn't he used to the trolls by now?
He should be, but he never is.
Guys, that was just a complete drive-by of Chris Nagel by the rotting walnut saying he could have Monday qualified into the John Deere. That's from Tervis Parish.
Yeah, it's exactly what I meant. I was talking about the field is bad. That was a joke that I could make it.
Hey, Mike, I want to slap your big butt cheek.
Oh.
So he has issued a statement. He does not deep down believe he would have Monday qualified into.
I don't know.
The John.
You hit that 3 would.
I could have Monday qualified for a 12 and under AJGA event.
I don't think I could either.
Well, probably not. Those kids can start to play at age 12. 6th graders.
I'm not good.
Maybe it's their ball striking. You can find out if you can compete with greats by trying to compete in the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. I mean, here we are. We got 2 months, 2 emails left for the month of June. JV Golf Coach is in the lead. He can clinch it today, Doug, with a win. So you're going to see his best. But they always say the last win is the toughest one to get.
Is that what they say?
And so Brian Henson, Tunnels 12,000, and Timmy Tom can tie him, and then we can head into June 30th, deadlocked at the top of the leaderboard. Some fun competitors out there for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day, like Doug's Microphone Shadow, the Lebanese restaurateur, Shrimply Pibbles is flashing. Doug, you say he has blue feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stephen Ballpark Village. Boy, I liked what he brought to the table yesterday. Is it too late for him to win the month, though? He's got to rattle off back-to-back wins. Can he do it? Sure. He's got the ability.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has the want to.
He performs at his best when the Cardinals struggle a little bit.
Yeah, last
and
night
they've
they
won
won.
a couple in a row now. So.
And he should be dominant.
Yeah, but I mean, he shipped it after a Marlins win, so it was another Marlins win last night. 10 years in, Design Air Heating and Cooling is the official HVAC provider of TMA. I'm a client, and Doug's a client. Say, friends, why don't you become a client? And then you can experience the magic that is Seth Goldcamp and his service techs at Design Air Heating and Cooling. DesignAirService.com. You just go on the website and then click on Book Now. Now you're dealing with the service tech, and they will be out there quick, fast, in a hurry. And I see temperatures in the mid-90s on Friday as we start a long weekend in the United States of America celebrating our independence. Doug, I don't know what Iggy sees, but I see storms in the forecast.
I don't know. It'd be nice if we had a source where we could go and get an accurate forecast.
I don't like this.
Well, Tim just asked me, so I'm going to give it to you.
Help with our
yes,
planning
spot
purposes.
storms coming up this weekend. That's what happens when you get this cooler weather. Then you get the high
Cooler,
pressure.
it's 95 degrees Friday and Thursday. If you had enough now.
It's been cooler the last few days.
Oh.
What about Steelville?
In the low to mid-80s. That's,
for a float?
Perfect.
Yeah, I got a canoe on Saturday, and it's supposed to be, I think it said 55% chance of rain, and they're only supposed to be like 83 to 85.
You rented a canoe, did you?
Yeah, I love canoeing. But nonetheless, I'm a little concerned about the weather, so I was hoping Iggy could.
Yeah, I don't know about Steelville.
Man,
that
it's out in the middle.
That area code is not 636 or 314.
Not quite sure what the area code is.
It's 573.
It's close, though.
Yeah, but you're on the water. You're on the river. So
that's not going to affect the weather.
Yeah, that will change.
The river doesn't affect
pressure
the weather.
systems will move in and out off that river.
Oh, No, it won't.
Lightning.
It's a small little river.
Alberta Clippers.
Have you ever been to Steelville?
Nice.
Probably so, and I didn't know it. We used to go camping when I was little.
That river affects a lot of the weather in Missouri.
Oh, baloney.
But spot showers, and so if you're going to do your fireworks, don't do fireworks. How about that? Go watch them. People in my neighborhood, bottle rockets. Today, yesterday, it's not the 4th of July yet.
Yeah, I heard them too in my neighborhood.
10 o'clock, I'm going to bed.
Oh, this weekend you will hear them the entire
I'm just going to buy some Roman candles, and everybody I see doing it, I'm just going to go over to their apartment and start shooting Roman candles at them.
No, that would be against the law.
It's not a felony, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll take the misdemeanor.
I don't know.
Weapon?
I don't know if that'd be a felony or not. Intentionally shooting fireworks at somebody? Close to a felony, I would think.
Now, when we were kids, we had a Brentwood cop that lived next to us, next door to us, and good friends with us. And what he would do on 4th of July, he would go around the neighborhoods in Brentwood and take the fireworks away from the kids that were shooting them off, and then he'd bring them home and give them to my dad, and he'd shoot them off.
No, that's your house?
Yeah, in the backyard.
Huh. Might be a felony.
Well, when you got a police officer living next to you, you're safe.
Well, but I mean, he may have committed a felony.
Who?
The police officer.
No, he confiscated them.
Confiscated them and then giving them away, knowingly giving them away to someone who would then set them off. Probably a misdemeanor.
You put it in the evidence locker?
Anyway, wait till the 4th of July, please. Just stay out of my neighborhood.
Stay out of his neighborhood if you could. Design Air, heating and cooling. Design Air service.
We didn't finish it.
.com. Jackson, what are you doing this weekend? Doug, as you know, he's the most eligible bachelor in St. Louis.
Yeah, appears to be.
He's got the Mugsies.
Oh, yeah. I'll be rocking those Mugsies all weekend.
Oh, me too.
Talk about an Independence Day short. I'm sorry, let me clear my throat real quick.
Nice.
An Independence Day.
Sexy.
You just change your name to Mugsy?
Yeah, I mean, you throw those on, and it's like, these aren't just shorts, these are Mugsies. Like, you can feel the difference in comfort and ability to stretch. When you go out to, you know, some patios this weekend, when you're shooting off fireworks, you're playing golf, you're heading to Steelville to do a little floating, Mugsy can take care of you in every situation. I mean, if you're going to the Cardinal game tonight, whatever you're going to do, in your Mugsies, you're going to feel right, you're going to look right,
I think so,
and you're going to free your balls once and for all, Doug.
Liberate them, Doug.
If you're going to Steelville, you wear your shorts down there, and then you change into the Mugsy swim trunks with that nice form-fitting liner to keep your balls nice and tight in there, but not hugging you on the inside. You know, it's really, really quality stuff. You're going to the golf course, they feel great on the golf course. You're hanging out at the bar, they feel great there, and they look great everywhere. So head to Mugsy.com, use promo code TMA for 10% off your entire order over at Mugsy.com. Get yourself taken care of. Free your balls once and for all with Mugsy. Head over there, promo code TMA for 10% off.
There it is, Doug.
There's a lot of emphasis on freeing the nutsack.
Hope that off.
That's right.
Yeah.
When I put on shorts, I just think, are they clean? Do they look decent? That's enough.
See, that's the problem. That's your
problem, Doug.
It's your antiquated thought process when it comes to
time for you to grow up.
Pants. I mean, Mugsies, they're just outstanding pants. Like it's simple as that.
They're the trousers of royalty, I understand.
Right.
Yeah, simps like you, Doug, you just accept the back wing.
Right.
Now, when you put on the Mugsies, it's breathable.
These are good for the olds. Because the olds have a tendency to get the low-hanging balls.
No, is that right?
Low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
The pendulums.
These will push them up there and
Push them up, Tony
make them
Lazzari.
comfortable.
And they have a deep pocket, which is very underrated in the short department.
Right, especially when you got cheddar like us.
Yeah. Well, I'm just talking on the golf course. You have tees and you know balls and things in your pocket. You don't want them like really short in the pocket. You want them nice and lengthy.
Doug, you'll go to a patio and you'll have one of your buddies say, "Damn, nice ass, King."
Yeah.
No one's ever said that to me.
Can I put my hand in your pocket?
No one's ever said that to me.
Pocket.
Well, you haven't wore your Mugsies out to the patio yet,
You ever
clearly.
been called King?
I don't think so. No. No, I don't think so.
Just fire off a good tweet.
But
That's all you gotta
Mugsies
do.
work well on a float trip. Will you be wearing yours down there, Plowsy?
I don't want to destroy them. So usually I like to wear athletic short.
You worried about snakes in that river?
I see them a lot.
What kind of snakes you see, boy?
Usually, I mean, water moccasins are no joke. I mean, they're not deadly poisonous, but they are poisonous.
Yeah.
What about the black snake? Is that a poisonous snake?
I don't think so.
Is it called just the black snake?
Yeah, black snake.
I'm not sure, because that's what we see a lot, but I know water moccasins I'm very familiar with. The problem with them is they roll in deep packs, so... If you see one, usually you see several.
Isn't that enough to keep you out of the river?
We don't really go in the river. I mean, there's a lot of banking spot that you can get off. And
they could drop out of the trees on top of you.
Yeah, Doug. It's just the risk you take. I haven't had a snake issue yet.
Oh.
We were fishing one time at my friend Jimmy Lipsett's house down at the lake. And
guy gets so much play.
Usually in the evening, right before dusk, we go down to the boat docks.
Yeah, sure.
And we just drop a jig down and
try to catch something.
Crappie.
Crappie, yeah.
And we caught like 6 or 7 nice slabs. Put them on a hook, put them on a stringer, and had it in the water. Yeah. And we got done fishing. I brought the stringer up, and there's a black snake's mouth around half of a crappie.
Yeah, I've seen
trying
that
to
too.
eat it as I pull the string up. On the bottom one, there's a black snake. He's got half a crappie in his mouth.
I've seen that.
Underneath docks is the most dangerous thing ever,
Is
man.
that where they live?
It's a bunch of snakes, a bunch of wolf spiders. Oh, dude, that's hell on earth right there.
Yeah,
if you
it
get
doesn't sound
under
like a good
dock.
time to
Oh,
me.
man.
And we just left the stringer there.
That's where hornets and wasps will be, too. It's just a gathering place for things you do not want to mess with.
How many people are going on this float trip?
Just me and Madison. We just
just
rent up a
Odysseus.
canoe. Yeah, we get on the water like 7:30, do the 11-mile, get done by 3.
So how do you get back to your car?
I mean, it's typical float is,
They take you.
They take you and the canoe to the drop-off point, and then your ending point is about,
Where your
a couple,
car is.
Yeah. So it'll be fun. 2 hours to get there, but
2 hours to Steelville?
I think so. Annapolis, I think, is where.
That's in Maryland.
That's correct.
No, it's I
Home
think
of the Naval Academy.
it's fun. It's
Look at the Huzzah, Doug. It goes to Maryland.
Huzzah's fun. I've done that one.
Okay.
I've done the Merrimack. Well, you've done Huzzah too, but I like
I've
the
done the
Merrimack.
Merrimack, yeah.
'Cause you can just fish as you're floating.
Get involved on the program. Text in 314-881-TMA5. Engineer Design Facilities, sponsor of our text inbox here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line 636-9004-TMA. And you are welcome to email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. 20% off end of June sale at TMASTLshop.com. The head covers, the golf shirts, the golf hats, and the T-shirts. Everything's 20% off, and there's no promo code. You just go in there, check out, you get 20% off. Jackson set it up that way for you. TMASTLshop.com. TMASTLshop.com.
Flanagan trying to lose us money?
What?
Flanagan trying to lose us money?
I can't speak to what Mike Flanagan's business model is.
He's giving it away.
EDF's fire division is now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. Engineer Design Facilities, sponsor of our text inbox. Email fire at edf-rg.com, and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com. It's the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. EDF's fire division now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. Engineered, designed, facilities, EDF. And think about that.
Okay.
What do you think now? Let's see. Guys, my father-in-law, Hugh, dropped a mud snake in my mouth and I was poisoned. That's from Sniffing Holes.
He was poisoned by it, was he?
Believe so.
I think that probably would be, yeah.
Guys, can Iggy let someone else finish a story before he bores us with his? Thanks. That's from the 636.
Yeah, who didn't finish your story? Go ahead and finish it.
So sorry you heard
Yeah,
that.
who didn't finish it? Go ahead.
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody.
No, I think we're done. Yeah.
No, I'll wait. Finish all your stories that I interrupted.
Doug, tell your story. I know you were getting to the resolution.
Which one were you talking about?
I don't know what story I was talking
Yeah,
about.
there was no story. So you don't hear many guys named Justin back in the days of Christ.
No, I wasn't around then to know. There's probably some.
Why don't you call in and tell us one of your nice stories you have? I'm sure you got a bunch of good ones.
Well, I'd like to hear stories from the listeners. Doug, 636-9004-TMA. Maybe Pete's buddy who pleasures himself on I-70 can call in Deebs.
I went on a bike ride last night and saw a frog.
That's your story?
I'm sure that's his story. Call in and tell us one of your exciting ones.
Cardinals got themselves a Jim Dandy of a W last night.
Frisky bunch, those Marlins.
Fight.
Well, the Redbirds came from behind.
Fight.
You know, the Redbirds
Fight.
were
Cardinals.
second in the major leagues in runs scored.
How about that?
Only the Yankees have scored more.
It's hard to believe, actually.
Second in the National League in runs given up. Only the Dodgers have given up fewer.
How about that? Run differential plus 71. Take that.
Yeah.
It's Dylan Carlson. Flat out hitting.
He had a big night, yeah.
I didn't realize Yespes has 8 home runs.
Yepes.
That's what I said, Yepes.
One Yepes.
Yeah, 8 home runs. Wow.
Wow. Poor Albert's hitting $198.
Doug, the farewell tour is not going as well as maybe hoped. The nostalgic tweets have kind of come to an end, in part because one of the players has decided to head to Puerto Rico.
He's just checked out, I guess.
Who?
Molina's just gone to Puerto Rico. First they said it was a personal issue, I guess. We haven't really
it's
heard
to rehab his knee.
Haven't heard what it is, if it's a family member or something.
He's rehabbing his knee more in Puerto Rico.
Normally they rehab here where they have team doctors.
Not even here?
No, he's been in Puerto Rico for a couple of weeks now.
Man, he got it down.
It's kind of odd. Kind of odd.
Well,
maybe it's to the point where, what are they going to fire me? It's my last year. I'm going home for a little while.
Well, yeah, I guess if he felt that way, why come back for a last year?
Yeah, Pujols needs a big second half.
Doug, I'm not sure he's going to get to 700.
No, I'm not sure he is. He's not even playing much nowadays. Once, twice a week, tops.
Well, there's going to be magic in October when he hits a game-winning, World Series-winning home run against the New York Yankees.
That would make it all worthwhile.
And then Aaron Judge walks across to the Cardinal dugout and says, I'm shining here for the rest of my career.
Oh, you think so?
Goldschmidt, go to second.
Yep.
I'm going to play first.
That'd be a good right side of the infield.
I can't believe he plays outfield at that size. That's impressive the most. I mean...
Well, where'd you play him if you...
Well, I DH.
Dave Winfield was about that size, almost. There's NBA players you could see running around the outfield, aren't there? They're about that size.
You're going to get $400 million.
Yeah.
Pretty damn close.
Seems like a really great guy.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of videos of him doing things for kids and things. Seems like a great guy.
Is he dating someone? Is he dating someone famous?
Is he dating?
Or married?
Who's he dating?
He's married.
To someone famous?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I thought he was dating an actress at one point.
He just got married.
Doug, were you invited?
I was not on this one. I couldn't have gone because of the radio show. It probably kept me off the list.
I bet they would have liked a remote.
When they whittled off the invite list, they probably said, well, he's got the radio show. He can't come. So,
Samantha Braxiak.
So let me ask you, if we had Aaron Judge on the show, and you know you were kidding, and he said, I just got married. Well, thanks for the invite. What do you think he'd say?
He'd go, yeah.
I think that's exactly it.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go, hell with him.
No.
Well, in his head, he would say, this freaking guy.
He would look at his watch and say, how much longer do I have to be on this stupid show?
He seems like an extremely humble, very likable guy.
Well, why don't the Cardinals bring him in, Doug?
Yeah.
Well, I wish they would.
All right, nice.
I wish they would.
Knock that out.
He'd take a discount because he's in it for obviously the fans,
he
not
wouldn't
the
care about
money,
the money.
which is
You could package DeYoung,
Nice.
and maybe, I guess you'd have to give up Libertor, but DeYoung and Libertor.
Maybe Molina, since he doesn't have much left in the tank.
No, fans wouldn't accept that. You can't give away Lipitor for Aaron Judge. He's your prize prospect?
Now, that's dripping with sarcasm.
100% is. He'll get a chance at 26, though.
I don't know that they'd have a package to get him.
Did you not hear DeYoung and...
No. What were you doing when we had that proposal?
I just don't know what possible package you could put together to get him.
DeYoung and Newt Bar. We'll do DeYoung and Lars.
Well,
that should get it done.
In that situation, I think the Yankees, similar to Arenado, they pay that first year that we get Judge. So they'll pay him that first $42 million.
Yeah. I, for one, don't see it happening. I know you guys are trying to make it work out.
Like to see it work.
Yeah.
Well, hey, guys, Aaron Judge got married at St. Gabriel's. Thanks. That's from the Total Package.
I don't think he did. I don't think so.
He created a banner into a suit.
Guys, I guess the Pardon the Aneurysm show started early with that Juan Yespes mention. So he's out on the dirt bike. You can see him. Little Tommy Cribbins, neighborhood kid.
I meant, right?
Yeah, in terms of...
Just get close. I'm at that age with you.
Look,
if we just get close to the name, it counts.
I just look at box scores.
In some of the ones we've heard, that one wasn't terrible. That was close enough.
Yeah.
It was Yespis, I think it was, and that's fine.
Look, and don't yell at me for not following the Cardinals. I can't get the Bailey's app. I can't watch a game.
Oh.
If I wanted to watch a game, I can't find it.
That's not why they're in the business. They're in the business to piss you off.
Who's that? Bailey's?
Yeah. They call themselves Bally's.
Sometimes I can get it in the car, sometimes nothing. Sometimes it pops right up, and other times you have to be on your home Wi-Fi.
I tried to watch last night, and I just laughed hysterical. It just wouldn't work. And It's like, do I really need to try this hard? I'm out.
Ooh, that Penny Lane, Almost Famous. Top 5 characters I'd like to drink their bathwater with my hand around my love. Thanks, that's the recovering alcoholic from Belleville in Webster Grove.
Now, who is Penny Lane?
That was Kate Hudson's character in, was it 2000's Almost Famous? Cameron Crowe. Good or bad, Jackson?
Good.
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman's in that beast, too.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
He's no longer with us.
I know. He's so good. R.I.P.
Is Art Howe.
And that documentary I just watched about the Rolling Stone...
what's that guy's name?
Philip J. Hong or something?
Something like that. Yeah, he was in that.
Mr. Hong.
Or somebody
He's friends with
portrayed
Biff.
him.
Right. Got sideways over a dildo shop in Southern California.
Yes, they did.
It's actually a good documentary.
Falling out.
But I don't know. She seems... I guess there'd be a line to cross. She seems a little bit too free-spirited. Like you would definitely need the Lawnmower 4.0.
Oh, I know.
Which is fine. I know that was the time period. You know, but I don't know.
That was it was in the 70s, right? Supposed to take place in the 70s?
Yeah.
Almost Famous?
Yep.
Yeah, so it'd be Bush.
Yeah, Bush and just a little bit smelly.
Oh.
Just your body in general, but Kay Hudson's very attractive.
Kind of like at the Dead and Company concert.
Patchouli.
Oof.
Kind of, yeah.
If you don't watch the Cardinals, then don't comment on them. That was all sent in caps by Scooter.
Oh, this guy.
I watched the highlights, so I know what went on in the game. I don't need to watch the other 3 hours of boredom.
Oh, yeah. 9 minutes of highlights is about it for me. I don't even know if I can get through that.
And what else are you doing that's so exciting?
I wasn't doing anything.
I'm watching Spartacus, so I'm on season 3.
I mean, if you don't watch the game for 7 hours, you're not a diehard Cardinal fan.
There you go. There you go.
You got Alcantara and Palante tonight.
I have both of them on my roster.
7.5 over/under.
Under. I need it to be.
7.5 is not high.
Jackson has put me in a little bit of a hole here.
Put me in a hole.
Well, the Sauce Bosses are 6 in a row, looking to make it 7.
Well, it's not like you had a great start of the week. It just, I was 0 for 15 yesterday at a time, and I'm like, ooh, this is not a good start. Ooh.
Well, Ohtani was raking.
Yeah, he usually does. But we'll get him back. Bleeding anus and
Are you pitching both guys again tonight?
Yeah.
24 innings already.
Yeah, well, I
Doug,
think...
this is a fantasy baseball.
Yeah, it's going to be the under.
And that's interesting to a lot of people.
Stop, Doug.
I was just asking, do you think over/under on that 7.5 with Alcantara and Palante tonight?
Did you guys see that story about Freddie Freeman?
Okay.
Going back to Atlanta.
And we let Jackson finish the story?
Oh, I thought you were done.
Doug actually did the right thing.
So Freddie Freeman, of course, signs with the Dodgers in the offseason as a free agent after being a longtime Brave. Goes back to Atlanta over the weekend. Very tearful ceremonies when they, pay homage to him. When he comes back, he's crying next to his teammates. He's crying in front of the press. Then he announced he's fired his agent because he didn't want to go to L.A. in the first place. His agent botched the negotiations with the Braves, who ultimately offered him more money.
The story goes, as far as the numbers, Doug, the Braves made a $135 million 5-year offer. It was still on the table in the first days after the owner's lockout ended, as reported in March. Close, the lead negotiator for XL, the agency he fired, contacted the Braves and presented 2 proposals on behalf of Freeman, significantly higher than that $135 million offer, giving the team an hour to respond. About that move. The Braves bumped their offer to $140 million, not close to Close's proposals. When that deadline passed, sources say Close and Anthopoulos agreed that there were no offers on the table. The Braves, believing that Close's deadline meant that Freeman was about to conclude a deal with another team, likely the Dodgers, quickly pivoted to make a blockbuster deal for the A's Matt Olson and signed the 27-year-old Olson to an 8-year, $168 million contract, and that ended any chance Freeman would return. Freeman reached out to some of his former Braves teammates and expressed shock that his negotiations had played out as they had. Within a week, Freeman signed with the Dodgers for 6 years and $162 million, although the deal contains $57 in deferred salary. That deal in the end could be worth less than the total value of the Braves offer, given the heavy deferrals and California state taxes. Freeman was initially critical of how the Braves handled it, and then he spoke with Anthopoulos about what occurred during the talks and apparently made peace with the organization. He wholly embraced the ceremonies last weekend, which included a ring presentation from his friend and former manager Brian Snitker. Snitker, seeing Freeman's emotion, encouraged him to relax. Friends of Freeman and the Braves organization believe that his weekend-long emotion was tied to some degree to lingering anger and sadness that his negotiations concluded with him playing with a team other than the club that initially drafted him. Freeman was long considered the face of the Braves franchise, won an MVP in 2020, and won the World Series last year with the Braves. How about that? So he whacked his agent right after going to Atlanta for the ceremony.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And he just now found out about this, that this is how it went down?
Yeah.
In June? It's weird. Yeah, I hate to see that. There are certain guys who just kind of belong with certain franchises, and he's one of them. He's a guy who should have played his whole career there, kind of like Molina here.
Well, the Dodger teammates, how do you take that? Obviously, it's emotional. He was, brought up in that organization, but you kind of feel like you're playing second fiddle.
Maybe. I'm sure they understand it, though.
Yeah,
they
no.
go through negotiations as well. You just would think that the player would be a little bit more involved in the negotiations before it comes to that. That at some point the agent would call Freeman and say, here's the deal. What do you want me to do?
Well, if you give the other side an hour and that's it, you're not opening yourself up to a lot of avenues for communication. You know what I mean? And that's seemingly significant.
I would think the player is the guy who's always going to make the final decision, not the agent.
Yeah, Freeman got a terrible deal in L.A., too, which is like the icing on the cake with the story.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. He's another guy who seems like a great guy, and I think he belonged in Atlanta. And clearly, he thinks he did, too. Although he's on a better team now. But he's got young kids, I know, and that's probably an issue to uproot him from Atlanta and move him to L.A. And you never think about that with players, especially as they get a little bit older and they have kids in school and everything. Not that we should shed a bunch of tears over a guy who's just signed for $150 million. But, I mean, they're human, too, and clearly he was upset by it.
You just assume the process was, okay, they offer 130-some-odd million. Agent calls Freeman. Here's the offer. What do you want to do? You want to counter? What's your, bottom line? Let's go back with that. I mean, that seems to be your standard negotiation tactic. I'm confused how Freeman was out of the loop.
Yeah, me too.
Giving him an hour was ridiculous, but still, even in that hour, you could have contacts with Freddie and be like, hey, we gave him an hour here at the bottom line. What do you want to do? It's like he signed with the Dodgers without knowing. It kind of how it sounds like he just surprised with the Dodgers contract.
He's just finding out in June. And how quick did the Dodgers pull the trigger on a trade for Olson? Didn't take him very long to do that.
Olson to date, per Kevin's brother Jack Demoff, has been a tire fire for the Braves. Unless he gets something figured out quickly, that contract and that negotiation could go down as one of the worst deals in MLB history. That's from Kevin's brother. His name is Jack. His last name is Demoff.
Oh, he's a tire fire. That doesn't sound good. Well,
I thought he was having a good year.
Olson or Freeman?
Olson. Were they talking about Olson or Freeman? I mean,
tire fire.
I mean, he had 12 home runs, 42 ribbies, hitting 255. That's not terrible.
That's not a tire fire. We've seen tire fires, and that's not one.
We have.
Clayton Kershaw said it was very cool to see Freeman's reception Friday night. He's obviously been a big contributor for our team, and I hope we're not second fiddle. It's pretty special over here, too. I think whenever he gets comfortable over here, he'll really enjoy it. It was a good night for him Friday. Alana Rizzo, who covers the Dodgers, I think she used to be with Nesson, if I'm not mistaken, Doug. She's now in L.A., said that she believes that Kershaw's comments were taken out of context. But then when you read the quote, I don't know how they could be taken out of context. But at the same time, until I hear it, and I don't know if that audio is somewhere, I don't really know where the room would be for it to be taken out of context. But it's not like Clayton Kershaw's been a guy who goes and pops off.
No.
Since he's been in the league for 13, 14 years.
Freeman's hitting .306, 8 homers, 46 RBIs.
That's a tire fire.
Well, neither one of them are tire fires.
No, they're not.
In comparison to what baseball is, you hit 253, you're pretty much in the upper echelon of hitters in Major League Baseball at that point. I hate to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, as good as the Cardinals are comparatively to the rest of the league offensively, they still got guys hitting in the low 200s and a couple in the 100s. It's hard to believe. It really is hard to believe. It used to be if you hit below like 260, you better watch out. You're close to the end.
Sister Patricia is not happy with Kevin's brother Jack Demoff. Usually Sister Patricia's taking her angst out on Iggy, changing targets this morning. That Demoff bloke is a moron. He always tries to act like he's the smartest guy in the room. Olson's not setting the world on fire, but he's having an average year. Sister Catherine Patricia, Doug, she's the principal at St. Mary Magdalene.
Right. She has been for years and years. And keeps up on the baseball stats.
That's correct.
Home runs down a little bit, but he's on a pace to drive in 100. And I don't think he was ever a 300 hitter in Atlanta. He was a home run RBI guy.
I'm a Dodger fan.
I mean, Oakland.
Kershaw knew exactly what he was saying. Thanks. That's from Chief Jape Strongblow. Alana Rizzo said, I think Clayton Kershaw's comments about hoping the Dodgers are not second fiddle, I think that's taken out of context. I know Kershaw pretty well. I'd like to say I think I know what he was talking about here. He's not trying to start any sort of controversy.
Yeah.
Nice. I like
you think you know what he was saying. Well, we just read what he said.
I know Kershaw very well. You have to put that in there.
Could be one of those situations where the reporter felt like, I've got to get some reaction from the Dodgers. And while the players, I'm sure, understand what Freeman's going through, when someone asked him a question, he responded. He didn't probably have any malice at heart or anything. That's what you would say, right? It was interesting to see him get that reception again in Atlanta. We hope he likes it here, too. We're a good team. That's a reasonable response, I think.
Well, if you're a reporter, you have to ask the question. When he said I didn't want to come here or something to that effect, I wanted to stay in Atlanta. This wasn't the team I wanted to come to.
He said that?
I'm paraphrasing what you read, what he said about his agent, and he said I didn't want. What did he say? This wasn't my choice. I wanted to stay in Atlanta.
I didn't know he said that.
What did you read earlier about him?
I read the story about him firing his agent.
Didn't he say something? When he talked about it, he said, I didn't know this happening. I didn't want to come here. I wanted to stay in Atlanta. He said something for Kershaw to make that comment.
He said, last weekend in Atlanta was a very emotional time for me and my family. I'm working through some issues with my longtime agents at Excel. My representation remains fluid, and I will update if needed. That was his statement yesterday regarding the reports that he had fired the agent. Close. Doug, what's Close's first name? Glenn? Boiled a rabbit and then got into sports representation, correct?
Right. Well, she'd had an affair with Michael Douglas.
That's correct. And Ann Archer was watching behind a potted plant with a rabbit.
Ann Archer, that was Ann Archer's rabbit, too, that got boiled.
I thought it was their daughters.
Kids.
Oh, well, I mean, it's her and her daughters.
I'm confused. I'm trying to...
Ann probably took care of it more than the daughter.
I'm trying to figure out what Kershaw was responding to then.
Oh.
It's something that Freeman said.
He was probably responding to the whole series of events that went on in Atlanta.
Yeah, him crying his eyes out during a presser, on the field.
And Kershaw's basically saying, we hope he likes L.A.
We don't want to be second fiddle.
Right.
He's basically saying we don't want to be cucks.
Right. Nobody does.
Oh, that'd be so funny if he said, look, we don't want to be behind the potted plant.
Right. That's where the Dodgers are squarely right now, behind the potted plant.
Guys, I think Iggy's headphones are playing a different show. Thanks. That's from the Crystal City Climb.
I thought Tim read something that Freeman said over the weekend about his agent. I didn't know about the contract, and I wanted to stay here, or something like that.
I think it was...
I don't know where I heard that.
I think it was just the reporter assuming that Freddie Freeman wanted to spend his career in Atlanta. It just didn't happen to work out that way.
And he kind of made it seem like that, too.
Oh, 100%. There's no beating around the bush on that. It looked like he wanted to be in Atlanta. Now, nobody has said that, but, I mean, obviously, over the weekend, you can kind of tell that that's what he was was on his mind.
I think I'd rather play in L.A. than Atlanta. But
The tax rate would just kill me, man. I think I'd rather play in Atlanta.
Atlanta's a nice city, depending on where you live.
Yeah. Got some really...
I know, the traffic's horrendous, as it
areas.
is in L.A., but there's some gorgeous areas in L.A., too.
We're gorgeous.
And if you got that kind of money, you can live in some of the best places in the world.
Festus.
Well, I'm sure a lot of Cardinal players live in Festus or Crystal City, one of the Twin Cities. Drive up 55 before the game. I'm sure that happened.
Hanging out with the clam hammer before...
Yeah, the Crystal City clam hammer.
Crystal City clam hammer.
Get yourself a nice bungalow up in the Hollywood Hills.
Show ombudsman Brian Henson is covering this morning's Mugginass 7 o'clock hour. Thanks for chiming in, Boots. Holy yes. It's from Brian Henson. He writes for the Indianapolis Star.
Well, I know. He says he does.
He says.
Have we seen an article yet?
I just thought Tim read that. I don't know what he was reading.
Oh, God. Don't get down on yourself. It's been a fun little Freeman discussion. Shake it off.
I mean, who was Kershaw responding to? He was responding. Somebody asked him a question. Hey, what'd you think about Freddie crying? I mean, they had to ask him a question to respond to something.
Jackson, is that audio available on the World Wide Web?
I've been looking for it. Cannot seem to find it. But I'm still looking for the Clayton Kershaw audio.
Fair enough.
Because vocal context is important.
Boy, is it ever.
Vocal context.
That's right. Your short game is more important, and you can get that tended to at Family Golf. Sweet Mother of Mercy. I am telling you, and I mean this. I used that short game facility a couple of times now. And Doug, I'm in love with it.
Are you really?
I am in love with it.
With the short game facility.
You want to improve your scores, the Family Golf short game facility is where you go. Go online at familygolfonline.com to learn more about it. Would you like to hit you want to hit some 50-yard shots, or maybe just want to just try to get it out of some rough and then just bump it up there and then look, the ball's trundling towards the hole. Oh.
I'd just like to swing without falling over. Do they have one of those areas there?
They do.
They have safety bars.
Safety bars, indeed. Plus, when you mention TMA, you get 50% off a swing analysis. It is incredible at Family Golf what they have done. I am a huge fan. It's almost rare on a day when I'm not there. I enjoy it so much. First-class staff and an outstanding facility. Those grass tee boxes are phenomenal, but that short game area that just opened up a few weeks ago, oh my goodness. FamilyGolfOnline.com. Make sure you mention TMA to get 50% off a swing analysis. It's Family Golf. Mugginass, the sponsor of our 7 o'clock hour. If you're in the market for a new car, pre-owned car, or to get your car serviced, make sure you are working with Jamie Burkhardt, Clayton Patterson, Peter Mugginass, and the great staff at Mugginass St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota, the sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour and our Mugginass Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown. They're online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com, and that's where you can shop right now to see what they have to offer you. And even if you didn't get your car from Mugginass, get your car serviced at Mugginass, stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. It's Mugginass, a loyal, longtime sponsor now of TMA and the official automotive provider of the Ryan Kelly Morning After and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. Beer Cats is active this morning. I don't know if I should wait for Iggy to return.
Oh.
Where did he go? He showed up 10 minutes late from the segment.
Pepper and Genie.
Well, I'm just saying.
He's coming in.
Yeah, there we go.
Walking in gingerly.
Now, this one is directed towards you, Plowhawk, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah, Tim, let's get right to it. The XFL is playing home games, not a central location, so all those hot and uneducated Plowsy takes made St. Louis a winner again. Maybe today you can claim the Cardinals strike out more than any other team and are a pathetic roster. That is from Beer Cats.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I never said it was official. It was being talked about hub cities, like the USFL is doing right now. I never said
Birmingham.
Yeah, and to me, that for those types of leagues, that's how you should do it. It is a ton of overhead for travel purposes and, hotels and meals for the players on road trips. I guess I don't get it, but if they're...
Then you lose out on ticket money.
Yeah, how do you make any money locally if you're not going to play?
No, I didn't say there wasn't downside to it, but is it official that they're actually playing at the Dome? Because
we're talking USFL or XFL?
XFL. I'm talking about the USFL model.
Okay.
The XFL, is it official that they're playing in St. Louis, that they're playing at the Dome? I haven't seen that yet.
I saw a quote from somebody yesterday seemed to indicate that they were.
Okay, and that's perfectly fine.
The people at the Dome have said that they have reserved dates. But I've not seen some big banner announcement that, yes, they're definitely playing here. I haven't seen that either.
Fight.
Beer Cats will send some link.
Battlehawks.
No, it's fun to have that.
I think we'd support that. I think it'd be pretty cool to play in the soccer stadium.
Be a little small, no?
25,000 in that new stadium, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to let football be played there.
I don't think so either.
I'm just looking forward to soccer to start. I think it's going to be cool. Real cool.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that more so than the XFL reboot.
When does the 2023 MLS season start?
I'll find that, I believe it's the spring.
So we're less than a year away?
I believe so.
Doug, the pink and the blue are getting ready.
Yeah, and don't we have one player already?
Yep.
We have one player?
Yeah.
Everyone's got to start somewhere, Doug.
A few months ago.
Got a coach.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll make it easy to tell you when this damn thing's going to start.
The Dogs and the Battlehawks. Man, this city is just slaying dragons left and right.
You prefer to watch MLS soccer over XFL football?
Yeah. And
Well,
I can't believe
with the laugh?
I can't believe I'm saying that, but like second, third tier football is really hard to watch.
Do you want in the Battlehawks in 2020?
I think you're going to have way less talent this go around than you did last time.
But it'd be better than college football.
No way.
Probably better than high-level college.
College
the players,
football
the
is the best thing smoking in terms of sports.
But the talent in the XFL is going to be better than what you're going to see at most colleges.
I don't know. USFL is a great example of if you can't make the NFL, football should probably not be played. It is
for heaven's sakes.
bro.
There's a lot of guys there on the
rough.
borderline. There's a lot of guys right on the borderline who almost made it in the NFL and couldn't. That's where they'll go.
Taylor Heineke.
Right.
Member of the Battlehawks.
Uh-huh.
And he is sick. Yeah, I mean, they had good players the last go-around. I think that's what was exciting about it. He had former Mizzou players. I just don't know how they're going to... I mean, we're the only team with basically a no-name coach, or at least a name-brand coach. I'll be a little wary about what the roster would look like in terms of... You need people from Mizzou. You need former players to sell seats.
He didn't even start for the Battlehawks, did he?
He did not.
No.
That was Jordan Tamu.
Right.
I think that he was a third stringer.
I think Tamu wound up on an NFL roster.
He was on the Chiefs for a while. Yeah.
So those are good players.
I thought the first go-around with it, I was actually kind of into it. I just think this go-around, I don't know if you're going to get the talent.
St. Louis, a lot better than that Hoosier dump you reigned from. That's from Mr. Slave.
Oh.
Who, me? Yeah. My
Did Canton have an XFL team?
12,000. There are 12,000 people on that.
Okay,
town.
then is the answer.
You're St. Louis in my eyes.
Thank you.
The XFL at Busch would never happen, but would be awesome. Thanks. That's in the 217.
Yeah, you need a lot of tarps to cover up empty seats.
I've never seen a football game at Busch.
Yeah, it's kind of okay.
Just line up like 100 barges on the Mississippi and just do that. Like college basketball play like on like
on an airship carrier?
Yeah, I think
like
having the XFL play on barges in the Mississippi would be awesome.
Don't you think it'd be pretty cool in that brand new soccer stadium to play football there?
They're not going to mess that field up.
I mean, the Dome is basically like...
It's a lot of money involved.
Yeah, the Dome's basically like playing in like a rat trap.
Rat trap.
It's disgusting.
Like
it
a roach
smells.
motel.
And it's just not a good look for TV's sake either. The Dome, you can barely see it with the brightest of cameras and lights.
I wish they'd cut the roof off that place. I'll get up there with my circular saw and I'll try to remove it.
It's not just the roof. There's no natural light.
Yeah.
Like, there's no windows.
Just put a
like
few windows in there, instead of removing the whole thing. That would help.
And a skylight?
Yeah.
And you would do that for what? Tractor pulls?
Well, they have some events in there. They have to try
Iggy.
Have to try to stay viable.
Well,
You don't want it to just sit there and collect spider webs, do you?
I would just tear it down and then sell the land.
And who's going to want the land?
Maybe some business will buy it for something.
Yeah, hell of a weekend.
Why would they do that?
XFL football, then Disney
City
on Ice.
planner Strode.
Well, you're losing money on it now. So just tear it down and sell the land to somebody.
No one's going to want the land. No one's building downtown anymore. There's giant office buildings that are completely empty.
Especially that particular location doesn't scream.
Yeah. Maybe they don't want those buildings. They want their own.
We could buy it.
We could put in an offer.
They get a parking lot.
And what are people going to be parking for?
Disney on Ice.
They don't
Monster
work downtown
truck
anymore.
Disney on Ice.
Guys, move home games to Columbia. 11 a.m. starts. Thanks. It's from Brad in Boca. Scooter's not happy with somebody. I don't know who. If you don't know who is going to be on the roster, then why are you giving hot takes about it? That's from Scooter.
Because the theme of the last Battlehawks was really former St. Louisans, former Missouri players to get that hype, that name brand.
They didn't really have any, did they?
Yeah, they had Ladany and Washington. They had a couple other Mizzou players that were kind of built out that roster. And he had assistant coaches that I do believe had ties to St. Louis, but now I think they're going to go away from that, and you're going to have a bunch of people you've never heard of. Oh, 100%. There's a lot of people that went out for former Mizzou players.
I don't know.
100%.
I don't even remember Washington being the...
No, he didn't play much, if he played at all. The Stars, we didn't have any idea.
And the reason why it was exciting, too, is we wanted to get back at Kroenke. None of the, we didn't slay that dragon just yet. Everything was up in the air. Are we going to get an NFL team? Let's show out, let's show Kroenke we can support. That is not going to be that motivational tool this time around.
Well,
we've already lost $500 million on the deal, and Kroenke's won 2 sporting championships since this has happened. So I honestly think it would be a big question mark. I don't think it's going to be as successful.
Doug Big Pig is in the YouTube chat. He is really unhappy with the Plowhawks.
Good. God, get your XFL season tickets to sit up in that crap dome. I do not care. I just don't care.
You call it a rat
trap. Big pig. It is. What are we going to say to the dome? It's one of the classic stadiums of our time. Are you kidding me? It's a dome.
The XFL is popular here, but I don't think it was because there was a couple of Mizzou players. I think we're a good sports town. We have 3 million people that live around here. You can find 25,000 who will go to a pretty good football game.
But it was getting back at Kroenke, showing Goodell and the NFL that there was still that chance and that thought that there was going to be an NFL team here, what the lawsuit was going to bring. Yeah. We already know that. Will never be an NFL team here. Kroenke has just clearly won. Our city is in dismay.
But we got $500 million for it.
The XFL is about to... You're going to sell out the bottom half of the America Center?
We misplaced $519 million.
I think the funniest thing is if...
Don't you dare ask about it.
If the XFL opened it up for people just to buy these individual teams, and Kroenke bought the Battlehawks and moved them.
Okay, that's secretly really funny.
Yeah. Yeah. If anyone would do that, he'd be your guy.
Guys, Battlehawks should adopt the Drinkwitz model and use that broken-down monster truck that sits in the parking lot of a vacant strip mall of Manchester to recruit better players. Thanks. That's Alan. He's over in Dadeville.
Where are you going to back it up? Like the IGA and Sullivan? I mean, where are you finding the players?
They got Overweiss there.
Will the XFL still provide RC Cola for the fans? Thanks. That's Dave
I hope
in
so.
Maryland Heights.
Ultimate refreshment.
There's also the factor that there's just not a hell of a lot to do in this town.
I don't disagree.
Other than sports. There's not a lot. And so when we get a PGA event, people go nuts over it. Mm-hmm. When we have an air show or a 4th of July parade, people go crazy for it. What else are we doing? And so if you can bring in a pretty good football team and play 5 or 6 games at home, you're going to probably draw 25,000, 30,000.
I wouldn't do that, but I agree with everything else that you just said. 100%.
I'm not mad at Plowboy and Iggy. I'm just fascinated they both admit they don't know about a topic, but then passionately break it down on the radio. I admire their confidence and lack of self-awareness. That's from Scooter.
Oh, come on, Scooter.
I don't know what I said I don't know anything about, but I'm going to comment on it.
Well, I don't.
Scooter, why don't you call in? It's a chance because we opened up the Steve McKee of North County phone lines. 636-9004-TMA. Stephen Wildwood's now not happy, and Stephen Wildwood's always happy.
No, what's he unhappy about?
I love you, boy. But shut the F up. You don't know what you're talking about. I went to the Battlehawks games there, and it was awesome. I stood almost the whole game, and it was electric. Will it be that good again? Wait and see. Steve Wildwood.
I never bashed what the XFL in St. Louis did the first time. That was never my point. I said it was super successful. But the reason for that was my point that we were getting back at the NFL, still fresh. that, we're going to show out. We're going to sell out this. We're going to show Kroenke. We're going to show Goodell. And that was a lot of it. I'm not saying all of it. And it was super popular. They were a good team. So I'm not bashing the previous regime. If they follow that same business model, I hope they do, then you'll see more success. I just don't know. And you're pointing at the dome.
I think some of it may have been getting back at Kroenke in the NFL, showing that we really are a good football team. That may have been some of it. But I think the other part is it was still pretty good football. And what else we got to do around here?
Who gives a crap about the XFL? If the Blues left, would you want an ECHL team to come to St. Louis? Thanks. That's from Chubbs Peterson.
I have to say, Chubbs,
this city probably
kind of agree with where he's going with that comparison.
Well, if the Blues left and we had some other kind of hockey team, I guess you'd prefer nothing? You prefer just to fold up shop and say, okay, we'll do nothing now.
I just think winning an XFL title, is there a parade? How excited are you actually going to get? Does it matter at all?
We all have like our little pennants and like foam fingers. We'd be like, woo.
Maybe in 10 years, it does have that cachet that it built. But it's just that if you go undefeated and win the championship, is your day better? Are you excited? Just hard to wrap myself around players I don't know, coaches I don't know, and really a league that's brand new.
Yeah.
It's just not something I can get on board.
Well, you just have to ask yourself, do you prefer that or to have nothing? What's better? To have a team that maybe you have a mild interest in or have absolutely nothing?
I'm with it. All for it. Come on.
If the Blues left, we'd get a minor league team. The Cardinals left, we'd get a AAA team. We'd basically become Peoria.
They'd become Peoria?
This city would become Peoria.
Yeah.
We just get all minor league teams.
Rivermen and Chiefs, that's what I grew up on.
Well, so what's the point there?
Well, we will get something. We'd be like Peoria. We can't get the big ones, but we'll get the little ones.
Illinois State basketball tournament in Peoria is electric.
God, March Madness.
Well, we got the NBC.
Sick.
We still do have two highly popular professional teams.
I'm saying, you said if the Blues left, would you want an EHL team? I'm saying we'd get one. If the Cardinals left, we get a AAA team. AA team. We would become Peoria.
Okay. But that's not happening.
We're not losing the Blues either. You brought that up. That's a hypothetical.
We almost lost the Blues once. Yeah. I didn't bring it up. Someone else brought it up. I just said, would I rather have a minor league hockey team or nothing? I'd rather have a minor league hockey team than nothing. I'd rather have a minor league football team than nothing.
That's the question I was answering. If we lost the Blues, yes. If we lost the Cardinals, we'd get a minor league team.
And then
we would be Peoria, all minor league.
So, Doug, you want a G League team?
Sure.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
We've had several minor league teams in hockey and basketball and baseball, and they have not been successful.
St. Louis Swarm.
The Swarm, that's right, Doug. Doug Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I think Buck Grimm might have been on that team.
Buck Grimm was on that club.
Nice.
That's a good name for a club.
We had the River Otters playing hockey. This is more of a major league town. You bring minor league sports here, and people aren't much interested in it.
I think you put Beatty in the backfield with Matty Mock and DGB. I'm watching that for sure.
Beatty got drafted.
Yeah, he did.
Ravens.
I think that would be fun.
I don't think you necessarily. It'd be better if you had Missouri players, Illinois players. Yeah, it'd be great. But I don't think that's a prerequisite to.
I said that was the theme they went with.
I'm positive. I think they only had one Mizzou player on the team.
I thought they had 3, and then an assistant coach as well.
I could be wrong.
I
could be wrong. I could be wrong. Washington was the big name one because he was a wideout skill player. But
was Oz Akeem here as an assistant? Why does that name come up?
I think you might be right. I thought there were 2 assistants. They either had Rams or St. Louis Ties of some kind in high school.
Well, that's what brings the fans in, is the assistant coaches.
Stop, Doug. Stop. That's not. That's one of my points. I didn't say that was the key feature of why the XFL.
I used to do the Rams games for Bones Fossil, special teams coach.
Nice.
Because
was he good?
Jeff Fisher said to not forget about the special teams.
Oh, special teams.
Don't forget about the special teams. I think Azakim has a very successful floral business.
Floral business.
Is that right?
I think he's a florist.
Azakim is a florist, Doug.
Really?
I'm looking it up because you're so confident that I
interviewed him. We had him on the air, and I think he said him and his mom had a florist.
Is that right? How about that?
I wish he hadn't fumbled against the Saints.
It doesn't say it on.
I was right there, sitting next to Randy Character. And as the ball's in the air, I said, Oz hasn't fumbled yet today. And then, alas, so I take responsibility for that. Was that New Year's Eve of 2020?
I don't know the years, Tim.
2001?
Seems about right.
I think they win that game. I think they go to the Super Bowl. Dead serious.
Yeah, they had a good enough team.
Well, the Giants wound up being the NFC representative. The Rams had beaten the Giants without Warner or Falk about 2 months earlier in Giant Stadium. With who was the quarterback and who was the running back? Boy, I'll tell you, if you know this stuff, you know your St. Louis Rams history.
Rams? Not Kyle Bowler.
No. He was probably still at Cal Berkeley.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No, I'm sorry.
Can I have initials now?
He went to the patron saint of the peach fuzz mustache.
Trent Green.
That's correct.
Oh, I like Trent.
Like Trent.
And then the running back, I don't think anybody's going to get this. Jackson's going into the box score.
Initials, please.
JW.
Jim Williams?
No.
Jalen Watkins?
No.
Cadillac Williams?
No. This is 2000.
Second letter of the first name, please.
U.
Justin.
That's correct. The Plowhawk's on it.
Yeah, Justin.
Justin Watt.
Second letter of the second name, please.
A.
Justin
Watson.
Next
yes.
Name, Justin Watson.
Who the hell is that?
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Trent Green and Justin Watson. The Rams go up to play the Giants at Giant Stadium, and they beat them there. And that's when I remember, and I always, I'm new at KMOV, relatively speaking, and we had been told you don't cheer in the press box.
No.
And, of course, you had heard the New York media was, like, the most hardcore. And they were cheering in the press box like crazy. The New York media was cheering for the Giants. It was really strange.
Hangers on or legitimate media types?
I mean, I think legitimate, but I was 23, so I was kind of not hip to the game. And then I remember Bob Wallace, he's a long-time vice president. Mm-hmm. So in response, he started cheering. So it was going back and forth between the media and Bob Wallace at Giants Stadium in 2000. But my point being, the Giants weren't a great team, and they wound up going to the NFC, or being the NFC champions, and then they got stomped by the Ravens. I would have loved to have seen that Rams offense with a terrible defense go up against the Baltimore Ravens and their terrible offense and Trent Dilfer, and then Ray Lewis in that defense.
I like Trent.
And then Oz fumbled the ball, Doug, and I'd take the blame because I said to Randy Character, because Roland Williams would always get a personal foul and Oz Hakeem would always fumble. Yeah. And you could check the boxes. Mm-hmm. And then he got into the floral industry.
And who was the guard that used to get hurt every game? Maybe a little later.
Roger Saffold.
Yes, Roger Saffold. They'd track him off almost every week.
Every game. They'd say there'd be a big play, and say someone's down the field. Where's Roger Saffold? Roger Saffold every damn time. He just got paid, too. So,
yeah, he's still playing.
He got paid by maybe the Titans.
I don't know.
Seems like a good guy.
I remember he
was
a good guy.
My friends.
He was one of the go-to guys in the locker room every Wednesday when they'd have media day.
Yeah, he was. I remember him being a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Got hurt.
4-year, $44 million with the Titans.
Nice.
Good money.
And the Rams had another guy. He was a center named Brown, I think, who quit right in the middle of his career.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
To go raise sweet potatoes and give it to poor people.
Jason Brown, I believe.
Yeah.
Jason Smith was the number 2 overall pick out of Baylor.
Didn't work out.
No, future Hall of Famer, right?
Could he not run block? Was that the thing?
He couldn't block at all.
No, that was Greg Robinson who couldn't run block.
They said that would be an issue.
Kept drafting left tackles with the second pick.
Who were really guards.
They just weren't very good.
I still will never forget the Jason Smith pick. There's so many good players in that draft, if I'm not mistaken.
And then right before they leave, they pick Aaron Donald, of course.
Todd Gurley, who couldn't play the year.
Yeah.
All right, we'll relive the great moments more in the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour. You can send your texts in for our engineer design facilities. Text inbox 314-881-TMA5. Call into the Steve Schmidt Kia of North County phone line 636-9004-TMA. And you can email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email of the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
App Madness, the final week, and we've saved the best lemming kiss-ass type prize for last. An hour in the studio with TMA during the show. But you've got to get the app, and you've got to register, and you've got to log in to win. Get the TMA app in the Apple or Google Play Store now, and get on it. Once you sign in, you'll get a keyword. Enter that keyword for your final chance to win. It's App Madness, and it's almost over. Find out more at TMASTL.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
You can get an insurance quote anywhere. Ask yourself, what is my provider doing for me? Do I have to hit prompts? Do I have to deal with chatbots? Am I put on hold? Is it always a different person? Are they local? Are they proactive in the community? Do they represent the #1 provider of auto and home insurance in the U.S.? The James Carlton State Farm team is comprised of individuals right here in your neighborhood. We are out supporting our Blues, Cardinals, Bills, and Tigers. Do something new in 22 and kick the out-of-town companies to the curb. Give us a call or go online to carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton, State Farm.
Doug Vaughn here, along with the home loan expert, Ryan Kelly. Ryan, we've always known that you're the place to go for mortgage. Now we understand that you're going up into the mountains to sing, to kind of do a The Hills Are Alive, Sound of Music type of thing. What in the world's going on?
Big one down in South America. I'm taking a team to climb the tallest mountain in South America, over 20,000 feet. We'll be down there for a while raising money for St. Jude. Really excited for that. Have another one coming in Colorado, raising money for Girls on the Run. And we're always looking for additional ways to raise money for other partners. Come and join us. Learn more today at keepclimbingfoundation.org.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and I still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
So, you don't have 7 friends who know everything about TMA? Oh, wait, you don't even have 7 friends? That's okay, buddy. Single tickets are now available for TMA Trivia Night. So go buy one and maybe you'll make a few new friends. Get a table of 8 or single tickets now for TMA Trivia Night, July 23rd at St. Gabriel's. Trivia about the morning after, hosted by the morning after. Ticket price includes food from Salt and Smoke, late night food from Uncle Leo's Pizza, and beer from a sponsor to be named later. A portion of the proceeds go to Friends of Kids with Cancer. Learn more and make some new friends by getting a single ticket. And we'll try and put you with some people who know about the show. It'll probably be an but whatever. Find out more at TMASTL.com.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
On KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis.
Sick.
You say fresh brine?
I think he said fresh brine.
These guys are the goat.
Well, it's a Great Ween Wednesday, and it's the Appliance Discounters, 8 o'clock hour. The Appliance Discounters, your hometown appliance source featuring major brands like GE. It's Appliance Discounters, sponsor of the 8 o'clock hour here on TMA as we broadcast from the Michelob Ultra Studios. Michelob Ultra, sponsor of the Fan Page Club Championship. Iggy is not in at the moment.
No.
I think he's on assignment. I thought that Guy and Aunt Peg were playing yesterday. Doug, did you get the scorecard?
No, I didn't hear that they were playing nor care, so I did not get a scorecard, and I didn't look for one.
Okay. Well, we'll wait to find out from Iggy if that is if that match has been played. I think Cletus texted me or him to say that they were playing yesterday.
That would have been a quarterfinal fracas?
Yeah, I mean, the winner goes to the semis, Final Four.
Okay.
I think there was like 3 different days they were supposed to play. I mean, we talked about them playing the next few days, like for the past week. I feel like it should have been played.
Yeah.
It's been perfect weather for it.
Well, you never know what people have to do.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, Tiger Woods didn't have things to do when he had to play at the Masters.
No, but he was a professional golfer. That is his job.
He had to take
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying these guys may have jobs that prevent them from playing golf on a Tuesday afternoon.
Tiger worked at Blimpies.
What if you said I couldn't do the sportscast tonight because I have to play in the Fan Page Club Championship?
I'd be laughed at and fired. Yeah.
Doug, do you ever listen to like hype up music before a sportscast to get yourself ready?
No, I haven't done a sportscast in almost a year. Almost a year. And even when I did that for 40 some odd years, I did not listen to music. I was usually running down the hallway to get there in time to do it.
We had the longest hallway in the history of hallways.
Yes, an entire city block.
It was unbelievable.
Memorial Drive. It went from Market to Walnut. All the way, from one end to the other.
So the offices weren't next to the studio?
No.
No.
Nope.
I actually, and nor was the bathroom. And I actually figured it out once how many times I would have to go down to the bathroom because most of my career I drank Diet Coke like it was going out of style. I was always drinking something. So always making trips back and forth to the bathroom. And I figured over like 33, 34 years there, I had walked enough just to go to the bathroom. I could have walked to Bolivia. It was the same distance. Really?
It's a special industry.
Yeah.
I bet you miss it.
Well, I would probably miss it if I were 20 years younger. But at my current age, I don't miss much of anything. After you do something for so long, you say, okay, there's got to be something else to do. Has to be another way to make a buck.
Well, it's IT, because with the summer heat here, that makes it the perfect time to train for a new career, one that gets you out of the weather and into a new career you will love, and that is IT. And Centric can train you for that career in IT just 4 months. Want a career with unlimited opportunity? That's IT. Want a career where you can work from home? That's IT. Want a career where you don't give an F whether it rains or it's sunny and 99 degrees? That's IT, and Centric can make that happen for you even if you have no IT experience. If you're not happy with your job, call Patrick Nealon at Centric today. Oh, my God.
And that's everywhere on the board.
Uh-oh. Iggy walked in and promptly spilled his coffee all over everything.
Into the board, and that could be a legit problem. That could be a legit problem. That is, Jackson, I don't know if Marshall is in the building, but I would notify him. That is a situation. That is a situation, Peter.
We're not allowed to bring coffee in here anymore.
That is a real situation, and I don't know if we're going out over the air or if it's fried the board.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Oh, well, I guess you'll have to go back out for 15 minutes to get another cup. Here, there's some on your keys and your phone and your cigarette.
Jackson's just emerged with a roll of paper towels.
That sprayed everywhere. I gotta see that on camera. 100%.
At least it was cold. The hell's that matter?
No one was scalded.
Oh boy, we're good. This could be the first time we're taken to task. This could be the one.
Well, you
took 6 months.
Yeah, I will be.
And I'm pretty close to another spill.
Some of this is actually on the board where Plowsy hits the buttons.
It is.
I'm afraid of an electrical thing going on here. So.
horrible if Plowsy had been electrocuted when that happened.
Can you imagine I just pot up something and
Lightning bolts start shooting from the panel.
I think it's good.
Well, if you're not happy with your job, call Patrick Nealon at Centric today, and he'll walk you through Centric's hands-on program and show you how they help get you started in your new IT career. And then the only time you'll have to worry about the weather is when you have baseball tickets. Call 314-450-4714 or go to centric.com/STL. That's CENTRIQ.com/STL. Technology's the future. St. Louis Centric can make it your future.
It's so clearly caught in the YouTube feed. It's the second he puts it down, just bang right down.
And it's the fact that we were already in program, like so we're like already kind of doing our thing. Just
good Lord, these olds.
I wasn't gonna eat my peach, but now I feel like I should just wait till I.
He hits it right on the mic.
They're still finding spills.
Yeah. Well, it was a large cup.
Oh my gosh. We may have a problem actually.
What's going on, baby? What's going on?
It's coming through that side too.
Yeah.
Here are the paper towels.
Well, we got a live situation here. The players have run into some conditions that are not optimal, as Iggy's coffee has infiltrated the board. And it's just a matter of which member of management comes in and says, why don't you boys go to a break? Well, Doug, what do I do? Call Bert Kaufman over at 920?
Yeah, see if that's
Zobrist
something
over at
still
590?
available there. Yeah. Broker some time.
1380, what is that doing now?
Now what are you looking for, Iggy?
Can we blimpies
Can you just
in the meantime?
sit still for a minute or two?
I'm just fine. Make sure I don't
Okay.
have anything else. We're good.
We're just going to have to come to grips with the fact when you have a radio job, you just have to kind of sit there for the hour, and then you get up and you go.
I
You
gotta
have to
clean
rush
up
back.
on this end.
Yeah, people spill things. I apologize.
I know.
I bet the texters just loved what just happened.
Yeah, we're setting a record right now.
Oh, it has to be. Yeah, like, dude, this is just.
And the video feed just captures it in a whole new way.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Don't put it over by
There's just no way to get around that.
Doug, you don't want your fingerprints on that for the investigation. I think he's getting rid of the evidence right now. Cato Kalen's watching.
Everything's dry.
Everything's dry.
And now you don't have a cup of coffee.
What are you going to do? Well, the pot's gone. Somebody took the pot.
Someone stole the pot of coffee. They
Somebody
stole the whole
stole a pot.
The whole pot? They stole or drank it all.
Someone's off.
Well, they steal
Andre
it.
the Giant
They had a
sitting
meeting and they
somewhere
took the pot
drinking
back
out
into the
of the
meeting.
pot.
So I had to get this with the no lid. There'd have been a lid on it.
So it's someone else's fault, clearly.
Well, normally I put a lid on it. There was no lids back there. So
Maybe our new studio will have some.
I don't know. With that type of spill, I don't know if I think the lid would have popped off.
I don't think so.
Maggie, who is a wonderful sales representative here at Hubbard Radio, said, did you boys not get the company-issued mugs that came with the lids?
Oh.
So that there are texts coming from inside the building regarding this
God.
incident.
Yeah, I had a Hubbard one like that, and
What happened to it?
That disappeared too.
They stole that also?
Well, aren't they communal? Like you're supposed to wash them afterwards and put them back in the cupboard?
Oh, really?
I thought that's what the situation was.
What's that? I didn't have my.
Aren't they communal? You're supposed to wash them after you use them and put them back in the cupboard.
Well, here's the answer to that one. I did wash it and put it back on top of the cupboard, and it's gone.
Right, because someone else used it, because they're communal, right?
I don't know.
No, well, it's just disappointing.
I apologize.
All right. We've all done that.
Things happen.
We've all spilled.
I have to say, it was one of the funniest moments we've had in a very long time.
I didn't find it very funny.
Well, I know. But I think hindsight, looking at it
We're
now,
still on the air, so none of the buttons have been electrocuted. And all these wires are wrapped, so they're not exposed. So, hey, look, stuff happens.
I was in a
apologize.
restaurant once eating, and the waiter dropped a whole plate full of food, and a giant dollop of sour cream came up and got me on the sport coat.
Oh, I bet that looked naughty.
Free dinner for you.
It was. Yeah, they gave me free dinner.
I was dining at an establishment, a breakfast establishment, and this poor busboy spilled the entire tray of gross water and plates and stuff onto someone's food, and the guy was desperately trying to eat the last of his pancakes before the water seeped onto him.
That's commitment to excellence. More paper towels being handed to Iggy now.
I missed a dollop, so I'm just making sure. My God.
Yeah,
Can
Madison's.
we pick up the board to see if there's something festering underneath there?
He did.
Well, if you'd like to.
Don't pick up the board.
Well, I'm afraid what my
Well, he already has.
Maggie has issued another statement regarding these coffee mugs. They're not communal.
Oh.
No, they're not communal. You were supposed to get your own.
Sorry, Maggie.
Yeah, I had my own, and I washed it. And
someone stole that, too.
Well, people thought it was communal. That's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm not blaming anybody else for it. I came in with a cup of coffee. For some reason, I put it down, and I don't know what I did. Did I hit the microphone and it spilled? I don't know what I did.
Yeah, we got it.
Probably
we got
nerves.
video evidence.
I'm sure Swope
nerves.
will have it broken down in like a Zapruder film.
Like John Boy.
Slow motion.
I hope.
That was my plan for a video.
Okay, say, I'll cut it, and you can do what you want.
When you get nervous, your hands aren't as steady as they otherwise would be.
No, I wasn't nervous. I'm just a klutz. My bad. I should have put a lid on it.
We've all spilled.
Now, I will say that I have a... It's almost like a Yeti, not quite. Brunswick Bowling gave it to me. It's called a Nexus. And it has a lid on it. And that's what I use. But I use it when I make the pot of coffee because it's too big to fit under the single cup. So I would have had that this morning, but the coffee pot disappeared. So I had to go to a paper cup that fits under the single cup.
Oh.
That's what I had to use.
Sure.
If the pot was still back there,
You're a victim, is what you are.
I would have used my insulated mug, and that had a lid on it, and that would have been maybe a little drop.
Maybe you could pour the smaller cup into the insulated cup.
Well, it's too late now.
Just for future.
You want to pick the board up? I'll go.
I did not know where you were going.
Well, he's like doing this thing, so if you want to pick the board
I
up,
was just dusting it.
You sure?
He's now taking the paper towel, sliding it under the board to see if there's any moisture, and we'll make sure that none of this coffee is seeped under the board, which I would imagine costs at least $149. So it looks like it's clear, Doug. It looks like it's
feeling
clear.
that way. Although new spots keep materializing.
We'll just set that GoFundMe up for the new board for Hubbard.
Yeah. Well, now you forgot your microphone, Iggy. There you go.
Really wet too.
Oh, that sounded.
ASMR right there.
ASMR spills.
At the break, we'll lift the board up and make sure everything's
I
good.
think
But we're on the air,
everything's
so I
fine,
think
really.
if we were going to get
Are we on the air?
electrocuted, well, I'm sure the texts are coming in, so we're
I can confirm.
Thing's still in the corner over there.
Well, you're hitting your shots, man. The
You
shay's
are
wet.
draining.
The shay's wet, just like the council. Dear Deidre, my husband started making a weird grunting noise. He doesn't seem very aware that he's doing it, and it definitely does not register with him that it's strange. He makes the low rumbling sounds at random times, and it can be quite startling. I am 37.
Of course.
He's what, 38?
39, so you know the guy.
Okay.
We have been together for 10 years. In the last 3 weeks, he has started doing it during shacks, and it's putting me off. The sound reminds me of a gorilla grunt. We are due to go on holiday soon, and I am terrified he's going to spend the entire flight making the noise at random people. I'm cringing at the thought of it. Please help.
Is this Tourette's? He's got Tourette's. He's making a gorilla grunting sound?
Oh, Doug, you're right. Deidre, you and Deidre are on the same page. The late onset of a tic disorder such as Tourette's is rare, as tic disorders are thought to be childhood syndromes. So this is possibly the reactivation of a disorder from his childhood. Tourette's, for example, is one such disorder where people make involuntary sounds and movements. Please encourage your husband to go see his GP for more information and advice. There you go.
Yeah, that's a serious disorder. I saw a guy once in a hotel doing that. He just, every 15, 20 seconds, he'd blurt out. So a lot of times they're cussing.
Yeah.
They say that one's more rare, the cussing one.
Yeah.
It's just some people it's like little body tics.
Yeah, when you see it, it's kind of funny. Then you realize, God, how horrible it would be to live through that.
Right.
That was a weird one.
Yeah. Should you have a support pack for
No support pack.
They're not getting. They're kind of. I think this podcast that Sally Land's doing is really hindering their ability to dig deep into some of these issues and realize that most of it has to do with cuckoldry or.
She's getting
Is that
ready.
a word?
Cuckoldry?
Yeah.
She's getting ready for the podcast. The podcast is going to be...
Cuckoldry.
Isn't she going to start a podcast?
That's what I just said.
Yes, that's what she's doing. She's getting ready for the podcast. She doesn't want to...
Is someone still wiping?
Yeah, Iggy's still coming up with liquid.
I'm in the YouTube thread. I'm trying to watch Iggy spill.
How's it look?
It's absolutely hilarious. It's better than what I anticipated it being. I see Iggy come. Oh, this is so perfect. So I'm watching Iggy come in. Oh, it hit the mic. Yep.
Yeah, right on the microphone.
Right on the microphone.
Be somebody's new meme.
I'm planning on memeing it as soon as balloon party's over.
Yes, we will have the video ready.
Be gift memed.
Well, if Tommy didn't hear it, he'll see it.
Buck Swope has posted audio of the Plowhawks saying they ain't going to be playing in St. Louis. You're not going to have anything playing in the Dome. Darren Atkins, 6/16/2022, Buck Swope.
Well, has the XFL and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the Dome come out with a schedule?
Doug, have you seen a schedule?
I've not seen
none
a
of
schedule.
this.
reading.
There isn't anything official. Now it seems like it's leaning towards individual teams playing in their respective cities, but nothing is official yet.
It seems like they ought to get on with it because doesn't it start like in March?
In less than a year. I don't know why there isn't. I don't know.
Maybe they've got it figured out, and we'll hear something soon.
I'm just saying there's zero news from the XFL regarding this issue. There's zero news from Dwayne Johnson, who owns the league, about this. There's nothing from the America Center regarding any schedule. For
They
the
must be
XFL.
having issues and things they got to work around, and so they're not.
So when you guys are playing in
making big
Birmingham,
announcements.
you can just go.
When the St. Louis
kick
club
rocks.
plays in Birmingham?
I'm bringing up a random city if they end up doing the hub system.
If you're going to do the hub system, I don't see any reason to even have a league. Because if we have a St. Louis team and it's playing out of Orlando, then it's not a St. Louis team. Where's our connection?
I get it.
How does that make that a St. Louis team?
I'm just saying I wouldn't
It's
jump
an
the gun
Orlando
too
team
early.
with a St. Louis name on it.
I mean, Koepka 2 weeks ago said the Live Golf Tour wasn't going to join, and now he is already there playing in Portland. So, things can change on a dime.
Yeah.
So just because they're saying that this is going to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen.
It's almost like saying that the Atlanta Hawks are still a St. Louis team. They're just playing in Atlanta.
That's so good.
And the Baltimore Orioles, that's our team too. They're just playing in Baltimore for the last 60 years, 70 years, whatever it's been.
I hope they do play here.
Well, I do too, in a big way. And I think if they do, it'll be successful. Whether the rest of the league will be successful, I don't know. I don't know how any city that's got an NFL team is going to support an XFL team.
You don't. What's that again?
I don't know how any city that has an NFL team could be very excited about supporting an XFL team.
Yeah,
They had the
it
New
is
York
kind of tough.
thing, and
Especially like with the XFL when they had it in LA. Like LA is already not really a big, passionate sports town with already having an NFL team.
Mhm.
You're not really giving it much of a chance.
No.
Hey, are you dealing with low energy or motivation?
Yeah.
What about weight gain or muscle loss?
I'm also dealing with some coffee on my trousers. You got anything for that?
Mentality. Go to lowtusa.com. Click on the I have coffee on my pant tab. You'll go see one of their physicians.
It's not funny, Doug.
No, it's scalding is what it is.
Mentality is a local healthcare facility specifically dedicated to helping men feel and perform at their very best. When you feel like you don't have the energy or drive to keep up with your kids after work, if you could just feel like you did 5 or 10 years ago so you can be present with your family, be the father, husband, and friend you know you can be, that's where Mentality can help you. It's Mentality at lowtusa.com. Doesn't matter what age you are, low testosterone can be an issue with any guy. Even if you've tried testosterone before, not everyone understands the blood chemistry in men's bodies, and that's where Mentality can help. The normal range for testosterone is large. If you've been to a doctor and they told you that you were normal without understanding the range or testing your free testosterone, it wasn't fully looked at, come get checked with Mentality. All you got to do is go to lowtusa.com. I went there. It was so easy. And I really enjoyed it, actually. I would tell you to go there as well, get tested. It's super simple. I'd say it's about 15 minutes, and then you can find out what Mentality can do to help you start feeling better. It's Mentality at lowtusa.com. A lot to work with for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air is online at designairservice.com, the official HVAC provider of TMA. Go to designairservice.com. If your air conditioning goes out, click on the Book Now tab, and now you're working with their wonderful service techs. That's who Doug and I work with. We're clients and have been clients for a while. Design Air is the official HVAC provider of TMA. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, the sponsor of our email of the day, and the official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show. Designairservice.com. Click Book Now when you go there, and they will have somebody out there quick, fast, in a hurry to tend to your air conditioning. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. Hey, Iggy, you want me to bring you back some coffee from my vacation? You can spill that, too. That's from Dave, and he is in Maryland Heights.
I don't know. Where are you on your vacation?
That was your first one you missed.
Actually, no. I'm looking at it. He missed another one.
Oh, is that right, really?
That was from somebody else.
Oh, really?
No, I have coffee back there.
You just kind of have a bitter look on your face.
Not bitter, just upset with myself.
About the coffee?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an accident.
I know it's an accident, but I should. Normally, when I leave here, I do this. And when I came back, for some reason, the mic was still here.
Yeah.
Just somebody moved my mic. I'm just going to blame everybody.
And you don't have your coffee, too. On top of that, you don't have the drink that you really wanted.
And you know he needs a ciggy, because I've done that, and you just need a dart.
Oh, is that right? You need to take the edge off?
You need to take the edge off of that.
How would that help? How does
It's
that
a stressful situation there that you had.
I know, but inhaling smoke, how does that take the pressure off something?
Nicotine and...
Yeah, it's all mental, really, but...
It's a stress thing. If you have any stress, people will smoke a cigarette to relax.
Huh. You said before that after that flight to Las Vegas, you said that cigarette tasted better than sex.
Yeah, it was. If you would have given me the opportunity after 9 hours off that plane, if a beautiful model came by and said, you can either have this cigarette or you can have sex with me in the bathroom, I'm taking the cigarette.
Oh.
What a Don
Perhaps
Juan.
perhaps you're addicted.
Of course.
Was that the one with the layover, and then you had like the with that? No, that was the Florida.
We had a 2-hour layover in Los Angeles.
And what kind of feeling do you get when you don't get the cigarette?
Annoyed. I think it agitated.
I don't know what I would call it.
I mean, withdrawals, right?
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to the fact that I have withdrawals like getting a cigarette. I mean, I went 9 hours, no big deal. But you want a cigarette after 9 hours?
Yeah, I hate to say withdrawals with nicotine.
And when you wake up in the morning, do you have to have one?
Well, I do. First thing I do, I'll get out of bed and go smoke a cigarette.
Well, but you
Get out of
probably
bed, I go to
8 hours without one.
I go to bed. I go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, get dressed, then I go sit outside and smoke a cigarette.
Oh. Okay. Before or after breakfast?
I don't eat breakfast. So.
Oh, no. You don't eat breakfast or lunch?
No.
And you have dinner, what, Miss Sherry's around 4?
Yeah, I'm on the old people's plan, 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, that's certainly a way to keep your weight in check.
Well, I don't do it for weight. I do it because I'm not hungry.
You
I mean,
think
if for some
cigarettes?
reason in the afternoon I'm hungry, I'll make a sandwich.
You think the cigarettes have killed your appetite?
Yeah, I wonder if that's the deal.
They're appetite killers, but...
I don't know.
This Plowsy's skinny, too, and he smokes.
Well, I do know if you quit smoking, you gain weight because I think it's because you just want something to do with your hands if you're not smoking, so you just start eating.
Speaking of which, I love starting out my day. I shower and then I eat a bowl of cereal. This time we have honey bunches of oats or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was halfway through my bowl and all of a sudden just needed to poop immediately.
Oh, come on. Get
And
yourself regular.
It was my mistake that, like, I carried the bowl into the bathroom.
You did not. You did not.
Okay, again, I'm finishing it by saying...
Nobody does that.
It was on the bathroom counter. I was not eating it during the process. I want to make sure that is addressed.
But proximity is still...
That's the problem, because I always tell this on air, and you never believe me. I said this a lot.
Yeah.
If I've had a professor say, if you can smell it, you can taste it. In terms of being in the bathroom.
Came up in school?
I don't know exactly what. I think it was
Professor
an off-topic.
Dotem.
Yeah,
Chemistry, probably.
but it was, that was right when that was said. It changes my whole thought process of the bathroom. So I have my honey bunches of oats sitting there, and just wrecked this bathroom beyond what I usually do.
Oh.
It was, needed to turn the vent on halfway, which is a tall tale sign that this stuff is.
So did you eat the rest of the cereal?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
Even though it kind of got marinated in the colon zone?
I would say more
No,
of a...
don't say colon zone.
I would say more of a dusting than marinade.
It got dusted.
And I was embarrassed about it, because usually I'm pretty good about not bringing anything like that if I'm going to go number 2.
No, I had 2 bills to pay the other day. And I just come back. We did pepperoncini. I did something else, because it was around almost noon by the time I got home. And our mail guy usually comes between 12 and 1. And I had AT&T, and I had my electric bill to pay. But I had to go to the bathroom. So I brought the bills and my checkbook into the bathroom. As I was going to the bathroom, I'm writing checks and paying bills and put them in the envelope. So AT&T and Ameren just know that those 2 checks you got from me were written in the bathroom.
We are a clean country, Doug.
I just like to use my time properly. So I took care of 2 birds with one stone.
You didn't have another 5 minutes in any other part of the day?
By the time I got done going to the bathroom, my bills were paid in the envelope.
And he had to golf. So
All
he
I
had
had
to
to do
leave for
was
golf.
put a stamp on them when I was done and take them out
Why
from the
did you
mailbox.
do that before you went to the restroom?
I had to go to the bathroom.
I'm talking before you had to go to the bathroom. Pay the bills.
What? I was
Pay
here.
The bills before you go in.
I was here. I got home, and when I got home, I had to go to the bathroom.
Just that instant.
Yeah.
Creeps up on
So
you,
I
Doug.
took the bills and the envelopes and everything, my checkbook, into the bathroom. As I was sitting on the toilet, I paid bills.
It just seems like you had time. You got your home by 10:15, 10:20.
I said, God, listen to the beginning of the story.
What time did you get home?
It was closer to noon when I got home.
Oh.
I don't know what I did. So I had something to do after pepperoncini, but I didn't get home till around noon.
Oh, well, it's a little late. Yeah. Well, okay.
Anybody else have a story?
No,
Pete
I don't have any
Dotum's-
stories from the
Dotum
bathroom.
snapped me a picture this morning of him on his squatty potty.
He still uses a squatty potty?
That was cute.
He's
Yeah.
in his 40s, isn't he?
Late 30s, I think.
Late
but
30s.
I don't think you're ever too old.
Yeah, I agree.
For a squatty potty?
Well, it actually makes you a little bit more limber.
But it's not like a squatty potty where it's the thing where you prop your legs up so that that's more natural for your colon to release.
It's actually supposed to be the
Right.
natural way to poop is what it is.
I think it's a way to avoid hemorrhoids.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a smooth exit.
Oh.
It's not a rough yield. You can just
Don't
get on
say
that
rough
lane
yield.
without shoving your way into oncoming traffic.
I didn't like rough yield.
Doug, do you like Ryan Kelly?
Yes, absolutely I do. Because he's the absolute best. He is your home loan expert. I think everybody knows that by now.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody does it better than Ryan Kelly. You know what he's got? He's got a 10-day closing guarantee. I'd like to have that guarantee. A lot of lenders take 21 days, 3 weeks or more to close a loan. Ryan Kelly can do it in 10 days. It's a crazy housing market out there right now. You need to get yourself pre-approved if you're looking to buy a home. And home prices are starting to come down just a little bit, so there could be a lot of people in the market now. But by all means, get yourself pre-approved and get locked in. Ryan Kelly has a deal going now where if you get pre-approved right now, you can lock in that rate. It will not go any higher regardless of when you're going to buy the house. Now, if you find a house and the rates have gone lower, they will, of course, give you the lower rate. So why wouldn't you not get pre-approved? You should. Or if you're just looking to refinance your mortgage, Ryan Kelly, of course, is an expert at that. He says the average person taking a cash-out refi now is getting about $54,000 back. What could you do with all that? Certainly you could pay off those high-interest credit cards, make some home improvement projects, pay off some college debt, whatever. Go to thehomeloanexpert.com and get started. Also, remember, they've got that teacher appreciation loan where you get a $500 gift card if you close a refi or original mortgage. And they've got the union workers loan. If you are in a union, also, you get a $500 gift card when you close. Ryan Kelly can take care of you. He can take care of everybody at thehomeloanexpert.com.
There it is, Ryan Kelly, the homeloanexpert.com. James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency is my insurance agent, and I would like to make him become your insurance agent as well. It's James Carlton, 314-961-4800, or go online at carltoninsurance.net. Life insurance with James' team has a simple, non-threatening approach with life insurance. They ask a few simple questions. If you didn't make it home tomorrow, what would you want to happen? Do you currently have plans in place to make that happen? Would you like to see how inexpensive it can be to make sure what you want to happen will happen, even if you're not here to see it happen? And that's what they can tend to for you at 314-961-4800 or by going online at carltoninsurance.net. It's James Carlton. He's in Webster Groves with a phenomenal staff. I am a client, and I highly recommend James Carlton to the audience. 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net. If your insurance costs a leg and an arm, call James Carlton, State Farm. We had a sound story yesterday, and it's a private conversation, so I'm not going to go into too many specific details, but the gentleman who was in has, of course, he has a family and is just diagnosed with cancer, and I received this email, and these are the absolute best, and I also hope it drives home to people the significance of doing these and what they can mean to your family. Tim, before we even get the finished product, let me thank you for the interview today. We got this for my dad for Father's Day. I'll keep it brief, but on the way home, my dad said he went into it not knowing what to expect, but he could not stop raving about it all the way back to Crestwood. He told my mom it was wonderful. He called my sister as soon as he got back home to tell her how much he enjoyed it. He was absolutely thrilled with the experience, and that means the world to us. He complimented you for being genuine and really caring about his story and his cancer diagnosis, and we thank you for that, too. I'm sure you've heard it before, but this sound story concept is a really fantastic thing. You made the day for our entire family, and especially my dad, and we cannot thank you enough. Looking forward to listening to it, and that comes from the son of the gentleman who was in yesterday. So I learned yesterday afternoon, was talking to her. She's got a couple coming up. I think she has one tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, Jackson.
Yeah.
You can book with me. You can book with Doug. You can book with Learn. Go to mysoundstory.com and make sure you have your family's story, your mother, your father, grandparents, whomever, your own story with your siblings, with your wife, whatever. Come into the studios here in Creve Coeur, and we record it and send it to you on an MP3 link, and you will always have it. You can get a gift certificate right now at mysoundstory.com, or you can book your time at mysoundstory.com. It is Sound Story at mysoundstory.com, a company I started a couple of years ago and continue to own and operate, and I look forward to doing these things every day I have them. I absolutely love to do them. So, mysoundstory.com, and while you're there, you can think about that if you would like. Doug, here's Pat Perez explaining his reasoning for going to Live Golf.
Okay.
If you would.
All right. Imagine if we don't have it, I can provide the soundbite for you. I'm going there because they're paying me so much money.
Well, in the
Thanks,
presser
Pat.
that I pulled, I have the awkward question. And
Yeah,
the
I have an awkward.
exchange.
The title of the audio is An Awkward Exchange with Pat Perez at a Live Golf Presser.
All right. Go ahead and hit the lever, Plowsy.
Yeah, the question is added into this, by the way.
Okay, go ahead and hit the lever, Plowsy.
Thanks down there. Yeah. Hi, Jerry Longman with the New York Times for Pat and Brooks. So there's been a lot of complaint from politicians, some club members who've resigned, the 9/11 survivors, about Saudi involvement in golf and whether the golfers should be participating in this. Do you have any concerns about that? You know, you're being supported by a country with a really bad human rights record. So,
No.
Could you explain, please?
I don't have any concerns.
Playing golf.
I'm playing golf. This group has provided me an opportunity to play golf and have a different schedule, and that's my only concern. So, yeah, I mean, I understand the topics you're trying to bring up, and they're horrible events, but I'm here to play golf. That's my deal. I've got an opportunity to play golf, and that's it. So,
pretty much spot on what Pat said. Same thing. I mean, we're here to play golf. We're excited about it. We're going to go out there, go put on the best show we can put on, and hopefully, one of us is up here on Saturday with a win.
They haven't gotten the mics figured out over at
They have
Left
not.
Field yet, but
It's
that was Brooks Koepka at the end. It was Pat Perez initially.
You think the media will start badgering NBA players for playing for a league that so much in China's pocket?
No, because the
Will that ever
PGA is
happen?
almost orchestrating these questions, I feel like. It's a hit piece. Doesn't matter about the sponsors that they have that do, business with Saudi. It doesn't matter about the tournament that they play in Saudi Arabia. It's all about pressure.
Yeah.
And the Saudi-backed tour, it's such a... the hypocrisy is crazy. But they do a good job at doing it. The PGA and Rory McIlroy and those boys are doing a great job kind of painting that picture. So...
You think the PGA is starting to think, we got big problems here?
Well, they just got the deal done with, the European Tour yesterday, now the DP World Tour. So they have attempted to lock in the partnerships with some of their star players and the European Tour, because that could have been a backdoor way for these guys to get official world ranking points and gotten into majors if they were to get into bed with Liv, which they were talking about doing. So that was a significant step, albeit one that I'm certain most people probably don't care about or even realize why it was significant. But PGA Tour is having to spend some money now, that's for sure. I don't know if it necessarily makes anything more exciting for fans. I don't really care about a no-cut event in the fall.
No.
But they're giving out money to their bigger players. They also expanded the number of Korn Ferry cards from 25 to 30 yesterday, and another 10 cards from the Euro Tour, DP World Tour, into the PGA Tour. But as far as for the golf fan, it doesn't necessarily excite me. Neither one. Live Golf doesn't excite me either. It's just what the PGA Tour is doing to try to keep their top players is just peeling off cash.
But they're ignoring the real, I guess, issue for a lot of players, the guaranteed money. It's the more of the opportunity to play on the PGA Tour with how they did it with the DP Tour and the European. I get what they're doing, but I think they're trying to do everything except guaranteed contract because quote unquote independent contractors, they're not on their payroll. I think that's an issue if they don't address. It doesn't matter about these little top 50 no-cut events, because if you're the 52nd or 53rd player, those are probably the guys that are thinking about going to the Live Tour, and now they're already eliminated from the big money tournament that they added. I just think the biggest issue is guaranteed money for the players. Not the big boy, but just everybody in general, and that's what Live can offer.
Well, it's the money, but there's two things that were brought up in some of these press conferences that I didn't really think about. One is the shotgun start, which takes away from you getting screwed if you play in the morning and it's pouring down rain in the afternoon. Guys get sun, so you're not worrying about playing in different weather conditions. And two, with only 8 tournaments and then maybe 12, they don't have to play so much. And you feel like if you take a couple weeks off here to go be with your family, recoup from something, that all of a sudden you're losing 2 or 3 weeks of FedEx Cup points and you're trying to make that up. Whereas here you're guaranteed money and it's only 8 weeks. You got time to recoup if you have an injury. You got time to spend with your family. So, two things that they brought up a lot that I never really thought about.
Yeah, I would think if you can make more playing an 8-week tour than you can playing a however many weeks the PGA Tour goes, a lot.
Those these guys play 20, 24 events.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah. So yes, there's a lot of money.
And the answer is, I think most of them do. Most of them do want to do it. I mean, there's a few guys at the top of the PGA Tour who have got it made. They've got it licked. They're not going to go. But just about everybody else appears to be a candidate.
I think the problem with the Live Tour is going to be just avoiding the media talking about Saudi Arabia, the sports washing, the 9/11 families. I think that's going to be something that you may not be able to get past. I don't think the media over time is just going to stop asking those questions. And you can tell Brooks Koepka always looks very uncomfortable. Looked very uncomfortable and awkward there. Yeah, I think that whole trio just looked like they were counting down the seconds until they could leave that podium.
Well, maybe they'll just stop doing media stuff.
I don't think they can. I think if you want to try to get sponsors,
you could do it. You could do it when the tournament's over. When you want to talk about golf. But
I'm not going to talk about golf.
If you're going to talk about politics before every tournament, I suppose they'll just stop doing it.
Yeah, but they're going to ask those questions. Usually media has talking points and storylines that they want to get out. And this is the storyline this is what gets you clicks. So regardless if it's before the tournament or after, they're going to ask about Saudi-backed money and what they do for human rights and things like that. That's always going to be asked.
Koepka said he hadn't even talked with him until after the U.S. Open when he was scolding the media for talking about the the Live Golf Tour. Your thoughts are welcome. 314-881-TMA5. 314-881-TMA5. You can text in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox. You can email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And you can call into the Steve Schmidt Key of North County phone lines. It's our appliance discounters 8 o'clock hour. Coming up in the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour, the design, air, heating, and cooling email today, and the Munganast Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown as Iggy versus Doug will take place following Iggy's monster victory this past weekend.
It was an ass-kicking. It really was. Over 200 points.
Well, you've taken some of those yourself. And
No,
you get to handpick your players.
Never beat me by that much.
And beat me by a lot. 30 times you've lost to somebody who's blindly picking
And
names
usually
out
not
of
by
a
a lot.
box.
They're usually close.
And you get 20% off today at TMASTLshop.com. 20% off anything and everything at TMASTLshop.com. It's the end of June sale. TMASTLshop.com. Get it, go there, 20% off. You don't even have to enter a promo code. Just 20% off. Boom, just like that. TMASTLshop.com. We'll take a commercial break. Come back with our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Doug Vaughn here, along with the home loan expert, Ryan Kelly, who is not only the king of mortgages, but also one of the best mountain climbers in the entire world. Isn't that right? That's what I've read.
I have to take a lot of guides with me to the top. They basically just
you
have to carry me. It's embarrassing, really, my climbing skills. Yeah, they're not good.
Do you wear lederhosen when you do that?
Don't even know what that is. So.
Shorts?
Oh, yeah,
German
I wear pants.
shorts, German-style shorts, yeah.
I'm not sure if they're German. They're REI, maybe.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's fancy stuff. You wouldn't know about it.
Well, they're working because you're climbing a lot of mountains.
I do climb a lot of mountains. Not particularly because I'm good or because I look good doing it. I climb mountains for kids battling life-threatening disease and for our military. And this year alone, we have 6 climbs. Big one in South America coming up, Appalachian Trail coming up, and we're raising money for some incredible partners like St. Jude, Friends of Kids with Cancer, Girls on the Run. I invite all the listeners to get involved with our foundation and come on a climb with us. You can learn more or make a donation today by visiting keepclimbingfoundation.org.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and I still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com. There's a new whiskey in town, Fistful of Bourbon's the name, and going down easy is their game. The kin behind Fistful has spent over 100 years concocting the finest blend of 5 whiskeys this side of the Smokies, making it the smoothest bourbon your mouth will ever feel. This is the kind of complexity that can only be accomplished with good old-fashioned hard work and sound alchemy. Get wise. Pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy Fistful responsibly.
Remember how life used to be exciting and hold promise for all the good things to come?
I used to work with a pastry chef from Bombay. His name was Mesfin.
Remember waking up on Christmas morning and believing in something?
Now, how that will happen, we haven't yet worked out, but I do believe in it.
Well, that's all gone.
In the air, left field, and gone.
Best you can hope for now is a glass of bourbon and a plate full of ribs to distract you from your impending mortality.
I could use some of that pork, pig boy.
Don't fight it. Salt and smoke.
App Madness, the final week, and we've saved the best Lemming Kiss-Ass type prize for last. An hour in the studio with TMA during the show. But you've got to get the app, and you've got to register, and you've got to log in to win. Get the TMA app in the Apple or Google Play Store now, and get on it. Once you sign in, you'll get a keyword. Enter that keyword for your final chance to win. It's App Madness, and it's almost over. Find out more at TMASTL.com.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. So, you don't have 7 friends who know everything about TMA? Oh, wait, you don't even have 7 friends? That's okay, buddy. Single tickets are now available for TMA Trivia Night. So go buy one and maybe you'll make a few new friends. Get a table of 8 or single tickets now for TMA Trivia Night, July 23rd at St. Gabriel's. Trivia about the morning after, hosted by the morning after. Ticket price includes food from Salt and Smoke, late night food from Uncle Leo's Pizza, and beer from a sponsor to be named later. A portion of the proceeds go to Friends of Kids with Cancer. Learn more and make some new friends by getting a single ticket. And we'll try and put you with some people who know about the show. It'll probably be an but whatever. Find out more at TMASTL.com. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPN-TFM HD2,
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Talking about Boys Club.
Great song.
Boys Club. Boys Club. It's Ryan Kelly Morning After. This is our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Hey, don't forget, TMA Trivia Night, 3 weeks from Saturday. How do you do?
Oh, man.
Salt and Smoke, Uncle Leo's Pizza, all your beer, all included, as we partner with Friends of Kids with Cancer for our first ever TMA Trivia Night. You can get your tickets at TMASTL.com. Spend a Saturday night on the South Side with Doug, with Iggy, with the Plowhawk, with Action Jackson, and with me, and I'll give you a tour of St. Gabriel's.
You will?
I will.
Of the school?
Yep.
The classrooms and everything are going to be open?
Yes.
I'm kind of nervous about setting foot inside there. So much
It's got to be
greatness.
intimidating.
Yeah, it's like walking into MSG.
Who's the most famous graduate of St. Gabe's?
Tim.
Okay. Who's the second most famous graduate of St. Gabe's?
Augie Bush.
Augie Bush? Sure he didn't go there.
I hear a vibrator.
That's
It's Iggy's
Iggy's.
phone.
It's just,
Iggy's phone's
he's not
going
even
off.
here and just disrupting the program.
He's had kind of a rough day.
He is really, Dauber is down on Iggy. I saw him slumped out outside. You could tell he just wanted to jump in that fountain.
Most famous? I don't know. I maybe somebody from St. Gabriel's can text me and give me the information. It's been around for, Doug, what would you say, 70 years?
Probably so. I would think
the
at
50s?
least.
Think
Yeah.
the 50s?
Joey Zanaboni.
Joey Zanaboni.
Yeah, it could be him.
Oh, he's a future star.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I feel like I'm missing somebody obvious, but I don't know.
Let's see if they have a Wikipedia page, because they usually say notable alumni.
Great School Hall of Fame.
I mean, Tatum didn't lace him up in Gabe's, right?
No.
No.
D. Lee?
No.
No, he was a Chaminade guy. Came from a very wealthy family. He
I was going to
wouldn't
say
have been
Bradley
anywhere
Beal,
close
but
to
there's
St.
another
Gabe's.
Chaminade guy.
No. Tatum and Beal are both from U City. It'll been a long drive.
What about Hughes?
No.
Tim, how many of the Walrye are going to need the chairlift to get up the steps?
Oh.
It's from Tervis Perry.
They're going to need a ramp to get back down after all the pizza and the Salt and Smoke and whatever else they consume.
Forklifts for rent.
Yeah, I'm still in favor of who can gain the most weight at this thing. You get weighed before and after, and the winner who gains the most, we'll give him another pizza.
You bring your Husqvarna and you just pick them up.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. God. Iggy, your phone went off there during the break, or while we were on the air, but...
During your break.
Well, it's off, so you heard a buzzing probably.
Yeah, we
It's
had
off.
quite a loud buzzing.
Yeah, well, there's nothing I can do.
I think it was the... I think it was a station electrician asking why the problems we're having. But
Tom O'Toole Jr. went to St. Gabriel's? I just got that text.
I don't think so.
Former head of the USGA?
Yeah.
So John Hamm probably didn't.
He was a John Burroughs guy.
A lot of people from Burroughs went to St. Gabriel's.
See, I'm confused
Even
on
though
St.
it
Louis.
starts
These
in
are grade
seventh grade.
schools. Does Chaminade have a grade school?
No.
But that's
They
my
start
Our
at
Lady of
6.
Pillar.
I
Our
think
Lady
they-
of Pillar is right next to it.
Chaminade starts at 6.
So Tatum
No,
could,
7th.
could have
Seventh?
technically went to Gabe's and still went to Chaminade, right? That's not out of the
Well,
realm.
some of them go to Gabe's, and then the dads get good jobs, and they move on to, MICDS or John Burroughs.
Chaminade would have grade school.
Stepfathers.
Cal Kennedy is currently texting me, and I guess Tom O'Toole went to St. Gabriel's. Wow.
Really?
Okay.
How about
I
that?
would have thought Tommy would have told me that by now.
I think Chaminade actually starts in 8th grade. Aren't those MCC schools all 8th grade?
But Chaminade, I think, is a couple years younger than the others. I think.
Okay.
I think that's
SLU
right.
starts your freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
Now, Brentwood used to be, God, I think Brentwood was like 3rd grade to 12th, I think.
The Chaminade still had that place where you can stay overnight. You can
Oh,
come
yeah.
from out of town and live there.
They used to call it a preparatory.
Tom O'Toole Jr. grew up on Lorraine. I didn't know that. Huh. I didn't know that.
How many banners do you got
Let's
up
get Tommy
there?
on.
Want to get him on, talk about St. Gabriel's and the
See
trivia night?
if his name's on any banners.
So when you guys talk grade school, that's kindergarten through 8th grade?
That's right.
Okay.
I don't think kindergarten's considered grade school.
Not if you're.
Well, that's like elementary school for me was kindergarten through 5th grade.
See, that was grade school. Elementary school for me was 5th through 8th, and then
That's
high
middle
school.
school.
Middle school.
That's middle school.
Tim, did
I'll
the
get
Gunn
that. Yeah,
brothers
you're
go to
right.
St. Gabriel's? No, they did not. St. Louis U High, but not.
The Gunn brothers?
Yeah. And they're all
How about
over.
the Sklar brothers?
I don't believe so. I don't know where they went.
I want to say Parkway North, maybe?
Machine Gun?
Vikings? Machine Head?
Machine Gun, Kelly?
Is he MGK from St. Louis?
He's from Iggy's place, Shaker Heights.
Really?
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's got money. There's a documentary on Netflix about Machine Gun Kelly I want to watch. There might be Hulu.
Hulu.
He from Shaker Heights. Wasn't that where the Ninesom was?
The
Or I was
Ninesom.
wrong. I think it was another.
I think
the
that was
uniform.
Youngstown, Ohio.
Youngstown, yeah.
Shaker Heights at one point, I don't know if it still was the per capita the wealthiest city in the country.
Yeah, I know. We've talked about this before. Where every major city seems to have an area where they claim is the wealthiest in the nation.
Well, I think this was documented by somebody.
You don't think there's an area right outside New York that might have higher per capita income than something outside Cleveland?
Scarsdale.
Yeah.
Hey, Iggy, why'd you go to Brentwood and not a Catholic school like you did for grade school? You would have fit well in at Vianney. Thanks. That's from Big Tuft.
I was actually given the option.
Vianney?
No, my parents gave me the option. Do you want to go to? And they said SLU. They said we can send you to SLU or you can go to Brentwood. And I said I've had enough of nuns.
I don't think we had any nuns at St.
Or priest or religious stuff. I want to go to a public school. So I went to Brentwood. I had a chance to go to SLU. And I say my parents.
Oh, come on. SLU's for straight A students.
I got good grades in
Straight A's?
grade school. A's and B's.
Wait, the high schools look at grade school transcripts? Am I correct?
SLU does, big time.
I just didn't. I'm
SLU
new.
is for
I don't know
straight A
how that.
students.
I didn't know how the whole. I knew private schools existed here. I just didn't know the process of it.
I got A's and B's in grade school. I was a good student in grade school. I got to Brentwood, and it's like my first day of math class. He's writing the stuff on the wall, and I said, I learned this in like 6th grade.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's the best. I'm like, I am going to coast now. I know the material.
Well, I got my senior year, and I slept during. I mean, I got C's and D's my senior year.
Yeah.
I just slept during classes.
Sure you did. You retired from Nights Out.
Terrible high school student.
Yeah.
Doug, the good news is, despite that, Iggy has become a daily fantasy sports expert and has displayed that here. Huge win last week.
$10.
It is time to see if Doug can bounce back at the John Deere Classic. Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, it's time for the Munganess Daily Fantasy Sports Showdown here in our Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Oh!
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to bounce back for this week, because we both have crap lineups no matter who we put in there.
Oh, well, that's kind of my point, is that you can guess it.
No,
almost
this
as
is a week that has just trash.
Yeah. But I've still won some majors, too.
So you're picking trash blindly. I'm picking trash from looking at it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see which 7,000s I want to start with. I got like 6 of them. All right, my lowest price player this week is Sam Ryder, 7,100.
Sam Ryder.
The guy can pop up there every once in a while. And in a weak field, maybe this is the week. I'm going to say this to every player. Maybe this is their week in a crap field.
Okay. There's old Dylan Fratelli.
Yeah, he's a guy who can pop up there every once in a while.
Dylan Fratelli. Okay.
I need a pen and a piece of paper, please.
Well, get up and get it.
Who are you asking there?
I'm afraid to move anymore around here. Paper, please.
Okay. Get up and get it.
I don't have it. I mean, I do, but I'm using.
Here's a sheet of Valtech paper. Valtech hydraulics. If we can't repair it, scrap it.
So I can put it into the PGA.
Here's your paper.
All right, let me pick another 7,000.
Now I give you the paper, you don't want it.
Well, you said go get your own, so I got a paper towel. There's a few left earlier. Yeah, there's only a couple sheets left. 7,700. Another guy pops up every once in a while. Maybe this will be the week. Adam Svensson.
Adam Svensson?
Svensson.
Svensson.
Svenson, I think.
Sved. Okay. Let's see what I got.
Boys Club.
I got 3 7,000.
Old Branch Snedeker.
Ooh.
Talking about Boys Club.
6,900 only for Branch.
It's because he's missed like 12 cuts this year.
Okay.
All right. Oh, another 7,000 I'll pick here. John Huh.
Huh. How do you spell that last name?
H-U-H. Huh.
That's his name, Huh? Is it Hugh?
No.
Huh?
John Huh.
It's Huh?
Yeah, that's when you say, who you playing? Huh? John Huh. Huh?
Never heard of him.
Wonderful. He's the guy that I think was, people compared him to like Sung J.M. or somebody and he got upset. Or he was making a joke about it.
Okay, here's old Justin Lower.
Ooh.
I have
Can you spell that?
no idea who that gentleman
Lower?
is. I have no idea who that is.
L-O-W-E-R.
This guy gonna suck. What's
I
his
like
price?
his chances.
What's
He's
his
got a
price?
picture.
6,700.
He's got a picture?
I like his chances.
God, Svensson doesn't have a picture.
He's no worse than Huh.
My second highest priced player doesn't have a picture. Where am I going here?
Pick a ball striker.
Yeah, 8,600. St. Louis and Adam Long.
Oh, you got it along.
Okay. All right.
He's making top 25s again, so.
Okay. All right, let me reach in and get one.
Let's do it.
Old Cameron Percy.
Who?
Old Cameron Percy. I like his chances.
Not to be confused with Scott Piercy.
No,
Or Cameron Champ.
That's a P-E-R-C-Y, right?
P-E-R-C-Y.
My second highest priced player, and 8,700 for this guy is unbelievable, but University of Illinois project. I talked to Mike Small before I made this pick. And,
Oh, you did not. You don't make phone calls.
yeah,
before you
Mike
make
Small
these
said
picks.
he's really going to play well on this tour. You're going to see a lot of him, so I'm going with Nick Hardy.
Nick Hardy. Nick Hardy was the pick.
Yeah. Doug's got a lot of room to play with here.
Yeah, you can probably pick 2 10,000s, all those.
Yep. Roger Sloan.
Canadian, I believe.
Roger Sloan. I like his chances.
You think this is his time?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Quite a
And
bit.
my highest priced player than any other field, he'd be like 7,700. He is at 9,900. I'm going with Denny McCarthy.
Old Denny McCarthy.
9,900 for Denny McCarthy.
I'll get myself
What a field.
Okay, stop complaining about the field. Old Nate Lashley.
He could
I
pop
like
up.
his chances.
He could pop up there.
Doug's leaving 8,500 on the table.
I could give you another player.
This is gonna be rough, Doug.
Oh, I don't know.
But maybe not.
I don't know.
It's certainly a unique roster.
You never know.
Yeah, it's unique.
Nate Lashley's probably your best.
Boutique.
Nate Lashley's your best player on the roster. And what was his salary?
He was 72.
Yeah.
What's the percent ownership of lower?
I like his chances.
His combined
0.2?
ownership's like 21%, probably.
Yeah. We shall
No,
see.
there you go. We'll see.
Okay, we shall see.
You got a good chance of winning because this is just crap. It's just a crapshoot.
You able to play fantasy golf with live tour players?
I don't think they have it yet.
Is that something that's gonna
Maybe that's our bailiwick to make $1 million.
Have you seen that, Tim? I don't think they
have not seen it made available.
You think eventually it would?
Well, some sports books are like the official sports book of.
Oh yeah,
the PGA
that's
Tour,
then it
so.
kind of gets that makes sense. I think this week we probably could have done the Live Tour.
Actually, DraftKings you can.
Maybe fantasy football with the XFL teams.
We should have done the LPGA this week.
Why?
I know the LPGA.
How do you know them?
He caddied.
Years ago.
I still follow the LPGA.
You do? How closely?
I look at leaderboards, and if it's a good leaderboard, if it's a big tournament, I'll go watch.
Will you?
Usually on the Golf Channel.
Who's the one we talk about being a Perez? Nancy Perez. She's like a big nose tackle linebacker.
Huh?
No, you're not talking about Joanne Big Mama Carter.
Maybe.
Nancy Lopez?
Nancy Lopez. Sorry about that.
Well, she
was a
retired
star,
like 30
big
years ago.
star. 70s, 80s.
Doug, she was married to Ray Knight.
Yes, she was.
Plazzi, who was the LPGA player who was your profile picture there for a little bit?
Oh, what was her name?
Christina Kim?
Christina Kim. Thank you. God, I don't even know where that picture
I thought
is.
Michelle Wu was going to dominate women's golf.
Michelle Wee. She just retired.
So never really did dominate.
I thought she retired like 5 years ago.
Doug John Anderson says, Tim is going to laugh so hard one day those veneers are going to pop off his teeth.
You have veneers, bro?
I don't.
Jeez, people just hate everything.
Veneers
Hate
are expensive.
everything.
They're like $1,000 a tooth, aren't they?
Oh,
Probably
dude,
more.
they're
I guess I
than
must
that.
have wonderful teeth, though, if it looks like I have veneers.
Yeah, take that as a
2,500
compliment.
per tooth.
Thank you.
Doug.
No, you do have great teeth.
Do I?
Great smile.
Come on.
Oh, God.
So I think anytime somebody has
Can I have
great
my
teeth,
pen back?
they think they're fake. If you have great teeth, they're fake.
Well, some people have like really good teeth. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, those are probably veneers.
Is that right? Are you thinking of like celebrities or?
Yeah, like you'll see like a celebrity, especially like musicians, like they'll quickly go when they first make a really good album, then they'll have beautiful teeth, and it's like, okay, you got veneers.
Yeah,
Pete Davidson famously got veneers.
I saw some Rams players like that too.
Yeah. They're expensive.
You couldn't possibly get them that white by using the trays or however else they do it. Whiter than white.
Right, and they're perfectly aligned.
Yeah.
And
I just floss and brush if you want to know my secret.
Must be nice.
Jameson for a 4-year-old. You would think he'd be missing some teeth. He's got perfect teeth. You ever see Jameson's
It's
smile?
generational lemonading right now.
I think it is. I mean, Jameson's got a beautiful smile for a 4-year-old.
Trying to find Christina Kim's. Oh,
They're
there she
coming in.
is.
Brandon St. Charles already hooked it up with some pictures.
Look at that one, dude.
Oh boy, that's right. That's
Who is that?
Christina Kim.
You were a fan, right?
Yeah, I was, but now she thinks
big
she's a spokesperson for the LPGA, and I think she's won one event in her career, and now she's lucky if she makes the cut, keeps her card, and she's like the outspoken one. I'm getting a little tired of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she was in the sport or the ESPN body issue, leaning up against a car with her butt hanging out.
When you were caddying, did you make your way through the LPGA locker room?
Wait, Christina Kim was in the body issue?
Yeah.
Sick.
Who's your favorite athlete in the body issue ever? I like Brooks or Prince Fielder.
You're not going to go for a woman on this one?
Oh, no, the hog?
I would say Gary Player, because he did it when he was like 80, and he was still ripped.
The answer is Prince Fielder.
Okay.
Why?
Why'd you ask us then?
Why is he the answer?
Look at him.
Wasn't YOLO in there once?
Who?
The Olympic athlete, the girl, the track star.
Was Cristiano?
Was Hope Solo in there?
I think she was.
Boy, Gary Player.
Flip that off.
Yeah, I forgot he was in that.
You'd sure like him as your stepdad, wouldn't you?
Is that the answer now, Gary Player?
No, it's still Prince Fielder, but
I'm trying to think of all the women that were in there. There was a lot of good-looking women that you never heard of before, that pole vaulters and discus throwers and
Ricky's wife, was she in there? She was a pole vaulter, right?
No,
Wasn't
yeah, she was a famous pole vaulter that really wasn't very good at pole vaulting, but because of a few pictures, she became really famous.
Nice.
She's beautiful.
Would you guys do the body issue if they did Radio Stars of St.
Yes.
You would?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think we should do one.
All right,
Have
let's do it. Want to do that?
Mike Flag cover up
We should do
here.
a calendar.
Yeah, we've talked about a calendar with a lot of beefcake.
We should do a calendar.
Wearing nothing but like a fedora hat that had press in the side.
I didn't think-
Bad boy
Good
wants
start.
to ask bad questions.
Have the TMA, like I said, I think the mic flag as like a C ring would work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, our Mugsy trousers maybe pulled down a little bit.
Oh, yeah. The crack showing as we're bending over, cleaning up coffee.
You have like your index finger on your mouth, like that suntan lotion bottle. You're like, ooh.
Or sucking your thumb.
You got Iggy in his Mugsy, but he's bent down cleaning up coffee
Clean up
off the
spills.
console.
Yeah. Plumber's crack as he leans down to clean up his
To clean up his mess before management arrives.
Right.
I think Tim got my underwear one day.
Say that again, please.
He was filming while I was down here getting something in my bag, and here's Iggy, and you can see my underwear hanging out of my pants.
Nice. Cleaned.
Good thing I wasn't wearing a thong that day.
What kind of underwear you wear?
You don't own a thong, do you?
No, I don't. I have, God, what are they called?
Boxers.
No, Gideon?
Briefs.
Or Glidden?
Gildan?
Gildan?
But like, what's the cut?
Oh, I wear briefs. I can't wear boxers.
We saw your briefs in the reflection on the spoon once. When you took a picture
I think
of
those
yourself.
are my Fruit of the Loom BVDs, I think. I think I was wearing white then.
BVDs?
I think that's what they're called. BVDs.
That was a brand name years ago.
Yeah. It just sounds sexual. I don't know why or how, but it just...
It was a brand name, I think.
Yeah, Gildan used to sell them at Kohl's. Now we get them by like the 8-packs, and they don't sell them there anymore. So I had to go with the Fruit of the Looms. Briefs. I can't wear the boxers. Your balls just kind of dangle.
Boxer briefs are the best of both worlds.
That's what I wear.
Yeah, but then they go up against your thighs.
Oh, I love that.
Just cover what you need to cover.
Oh.
Button balls.
Oh!
Doug, poll is created by the Loomster on the fan page. What will you watch more of, St. Louis City, the Pink and the Blue, or the Battlehawks? And currently, with 139 votes and 71% going to St. Louis City.
Yeah. Because it's new.
Yeah, people are excited about that. They haven't seen it before. Yeah, they watch that.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm not even a soccer guy. I'm looking forward to just the atmosphere.
Yeah, but the atmosphere is going to be good, man.
Yeah, and if they're
all the
good-
season tickets sold out.
Yeah, there's a waiting list.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's like a long waiting list, and then you pick them out. But I assume that like that standing room section they'll have, like that, I think they're calling it the supporter section, should have some tickets like per game to go to. So like for like people like my age, like just go there on a whim and stand the whole time.
Stand and hold a little pennant or what is it?
Scarf. I'll have a scarf.
Give
Yeah.
me a break.
I'll be wielding a scarf.
That's a little much.
Way
What's
too
wrong with that?
much.
Go team.
Yeah, go team, all right.
I wonder if at some point they're going to wish they built a larger stadium.
I don't know. I think it's perfect.
It's pretty standard for across the MLS. Like that's about the size of all the other stadiums.
But some cities that really get into it, they get a lot more people than that in there. Seattle
goes nuts. Portland too. Portland Timbers. They go crazy.
I could see that happening here.
Yeah, absolutely. Soccer is cool, man. It's a cool sport, and once you like see it up close, you're like, wow, this is very impressive.
So the City and Battlehawks start in the same year. Obviously, different calendars.
Is it
In
the
terms
different
of
calendars?
season.
Right about the same time.
Is it the same? I didn't know.
Well, XFL isn't going to go up against the NFL.
So it's a summer thing, and yeah, I guess the soccer would compete. I wouldn't say compete, but seasons are at the same time.
Doug, I just got invited to an STL City game.
Did you?
Yeah, Ray King said he got his season tickets yesterday, and he'd be honored if I went with him.
Oh, okay.
Are they going to be
mandate
Blues guy? Like, at what stage of this
yes,
league
they will.
is STL City becoming Blues guy? And I'm a worry about that as well.
Now, when you mean blues guy, what do you mean, Plowhawk?
Meaning, like berating the casual fan to where you can't be a casual fan of soccer and have a misstep in terms of, the rules or, a name of the player, and then they're going to scold you about how little you know about soccer.
I can
and
see that happening.
Nothing turns people off quicker than being a casual fan and having douchebag scold you at every turn. So I'm worried about how the fan base will react to, people like myself who knows very little about soccer but will attend because I think the atmosphere will be second to none there.
I could see soccer guy doing that. Guy who knows soccer a little bit and been around. and puffing his chest out because he's got a team now and he knows more than the next guy.
Yeah, when he calls it the EPL instead of the year, that's what
it needs to stop.
Red flags will happen.
Well, I don't like the ones that just correct you on everything. It's called a pitch.
Yeah, that'll get
not
me
the
to-
field. It's nil, not zero.
Right.
Idiot.
That'll get me to the exit as fast as humanly possible.
And they don't need to keep screaming, "Nice ball!" Don't scream that.
Nice header.
Nice ball.
What I like about soccer, there's so much downtime to where you can go to the concession
Most of the
stand,
game.
Well,
go to the bathroom and literally not miss
a darn thing.
anything.
Now, you say that, but then the second you turn around, something can happen. That's what's fun about soccer. That's what keeps you watching, is that at any moment's notice,
Like when
something
they
crazy
kick it out of bounds.
Kind of like watching an air show. At any moment's notice, it could have a crash.
See, Plowsy, now you're being soccer hater.
I know, I'm kidding. I will. I think it'll be fun.
I watched a game one time. I don't know if it was Bundesliga or maybe second Bundesliga.
Oh,
yeah.
Could have been either league.
But it was. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a World Cup qualifier.
Could have been that too.
That's really the only time I watch is
Right, me
qualifiers or the World Cup or the Olympics.
Sure.
But for 10 minutes, and they weren't leading like at the end of the game, trying to waste time. I think it was 0-0. The goaltender kicks it to the defenseman. He kicks it up the center. The center kicks it back to the defenseman. The defenseman kicks it back to the goaltender.
It's exciting stuff.
That went on for 10 minutes.
Exciting. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
So enough of this.
I don't claim to get it.
Bundesliga, second Bundesliga.
Nobody's ever talked about the ligas with more passion than Taylor Twellman.
Twellman, baby.
So, guys, we could have a Sunday in April that the Cardinals, Blues, Battlehawks, and STL City play the same day in town. It could be a pony in Trib City. That's from Beer Cats.
I don't know that people are going to start tribbing because there's games going on downtown.
Boy, that'll be a busy day at Angry Beaver for you.
Yeah, I think the Battlehawks and STL City pray that doesn't happen. That might be a problem. You're not going to get everybody in the city to attend and sell out all 4 sporting events, and what one's going to go under the table? The second-rate
I think
football
soccer guy
or MLS?
Soccer guy may rate the soccer team ahead of anything else that goes on, though. He may be soccer guy first, and then the Cardinals and Blues have to take a step behind.
How does that work?
There could be enough of them to fill up a 25,000 seat
Oh,
stadium.
yeah, they'll fill up the entire season for sure, no question.
If the soccer team is sold out of their season tickets, so it's sold out, but you'll still see, when it comes time to play, radio stations will be giving away tickets. Ticket stubs and ticket outlets will have all kinds of tickets. How does that work? If they've sold all these tickets, where are these tickets coming from?
StubHub is a third party, so people with tickets put them on there for sale. Not
And the
team.
season tickets are different. They're not every seat in the house is a season ticket seat. It'll be general admission as well. I'm sure they would have some tickets available.
And some of those season tickets were paid for by the radio stations. They bought them. That's what corporate support is all about. When they say, do you have corporate support in a town to go in? They're not just talking about the fancy suites. They're talking about corporations and businesses that buy 4 season tickets or so and gives them to the GM or the customers or whatever. It's not all individuals buying those seats.
You answered my question.
Okay.
I had a question. You answered it.
Where would I go to get my knife sharpened, Doug?
Well, you'd go to Bertarelli. That's where everyone else has been going for decades. They've been going down there on the hill. That's where they are. They're at 1927 Marconi Avenue on the hill. They've got all kinds of fascinating kitchen gizmos and gadgets, is what we call it, right there in the retail area of the store, including the Wusthof Performance line of knives. They've also got those Infidel knives by Benchmade. Dad would love to have one of those. And you can head back in the back of the building there. That's where they will sharpen your knives. You got knives at home that you think, these are dull, we should get rid of them. Hold on to this a little bit. Maybe you ought to go to Bertarelli, just get them sharpened up, and then you'll think you have new knives. That's the way restaurants do it in town. They don't just throw knives away when they get a little dull. Most St. Louis restaurants take them down there to Bertarelli, and they will sharpen them up like the dickens. You can do that as well. Or if you need some kind of paper supplies for the office, they sell those at Bertarelli too, and they'll ship them anywhere in the country. So head on down to the hill next time you're down there to grab a bite to eat. Check out Bertarelli Cutlery. You'll be glad you did. It's at 1927 Marconi Avenue. I'll give the phone number now, 314-644. I messed it up. 314-664. 4005. I'll give it one more time.
Do it.
314-664. 4005. Or just visit online. That'll be easier at bertarellico.com. Chop, chop, cheese.
Would that be a Valley Girl imitation?
It's Cassidy, actually.
Cassidy. Okay.
Yeah. I think she's fallen on hard times. All my favorites fall on hard times.
Well, that tends to happen when you're a teenage runaway. And then got lured into that business.
I would recommend getting into this business, and that's Stratum Structural Systems, Doug. Matt Ford, Brett Groman. Waterproofing and foundation repair at Stratum Structural Systems. I am an incredibly happy client, and they saved the day for me a couple of years ago. 314-620-8153. And you call, let them know you are a TMA listener, and they will take great care of you. Or go online at stratumrepair.com. stratumrepair.com, and work with the best. I mean, for real, the word is out in St. Louis, in the St. Louis metropolitan area, that Stratum Structural Systems is indeed the best. As we go from spring rains to summer heat, it's a good time for listeners to be reminded by Matt Ford and Brett Groman that it's important to maintain consistent moisture in the soil around the foundation of your home. Make sure that you're running the irrigation system or using sprinklers around the foundation to keep the moisture in the soil. This can help prevent the soil from drying out and shrinking so much that the house begins to settle. Of course, if listeners suspect that settlement is occurring, Stratum is here for a structural inspection to determine if anything additional needs to be done. Look for large cracks in the soil around the house, soil shrinking and pulling away from the house, windows and doors sticking on the inside, cracks in the brickwork or tearing of caulking around the window, the house. If listeners see any of these signs, have them call Stratum Structural Systems at 314-620-8153. And remember, it's a free inspection. It's free. Okay?
Yeah.
Free. Yeah, with the best, too. StratumRepair.com. Don't forget 20% off at TMASTLshop.com today. End of June sale. 20% off. TMASTLshop.com. The golf head covers, the golf hats, the golf shirts, and all of the T-shirts. Everything is 20% off. Doug, you want to go in there and you want to spend $500? Guess what? It's going to cost you $400. So you better buy more because now you haven't spent the $500 you wanted to spend.
Well, I want to spend it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then buy $600.
Okay.
TMASTLshop.com. Don't forget TMASTL.com is where you can get tickets for the trivia night. 3 weeks from Saturday. I mean, what's it going to be like when the boys are eating brisket and then they wash it down with that Uncle Leo's pizza, and then they wash it down with all the beer? Yeah.
Dipping their pizza in the Mick Ultra.
Some might dip their pizza in lard just to increase the caloric count.
You think people want to have
bring
a 5,000 calorie evening?
They'll bring a jug of lard, and they'll dip that pizza in there.
Where do you even buy lard? Do you buy that at the grocery store?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Crisco?
It's like Crisco.
All right.
That's shortening, but that's kind of like lard.
Nice. Plonk, you yawning?
Really leaning into that yawn, too.
Sorry. Just got...
We boring you
tired.
today, this morning?
No. I'm going to go meet Clayton out at Munganess, get my car taken care of.
Oh, yeah.
So...
It's the only place to go.
Yeah. I was super excited. I haven't seen Clayton since the Dotem, so...
I talked to him yesterday.
Go see the boys.
It's the only place to go to get your car worked on.
Oh, my God. Meet Munganess, Cyberg, all the boys.
Save the straw man stuff for Pepper and Genie. It's from the Birthday Hawk. I don't know what that's in reference to, but Doug, it's at the top of the text.
I don't either.
Who's straw man?
We'll talk about how big of a joke the Battlehawks are here in...
No, why are they a
What
joke?
the hell happened?
No, we won't.
No, we won't. It's not even worth Pepper
Why
and
would they
Genie.
be a joke?
Oh, kidding, Doug.
Okay. Yeah, I hate to see it down on the Battlehawks before we have a roster.
Hawky went wingy. Coming up in a half hour, Jackson and I are going to get handed to us on 101 ESPN.
Come and get your whooping.
You can compete for tickets to Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett by winning the text of the day in our 1 hour presentation known as Balloon Party. Now it's known as the Little Piddle Show. But Jackson picked...
Shrimp Piddle?
Shrimply Piddles, that's right. Jackson picks the texts. Oftentimes, candidly, they're personal attacks on the hosts.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Imagine that.
But that's how you win tickets to go to the concert. Iggy, you going?
I'm thinking about it.
Monday, right?
Tuesday, I think.
There's two...
Yeah. 4th of July's on Monday.
two bands I want to see.
Who do you want to see? Def Leppard and
Poison
Joan Jett?
Poison and Joan Jett. Going to Santana Friday night. So I try to kind of spread my concerts out. Well, I think I'm going to Santana. I got a request in, but Max has usually said yes to all of them. So
Max.
He's the KSHE promotions director.
Oh. Okay.
Cool dude. And one of our clients wanted to go too, so.
What client?
One of the sales guys at Munganess.
Oh, nice.
And I said, yeah, let me see if I can take care of it.
Awesome.
So I'm going to go. I'll be sitting next to them, I guess.
Sick.
But I don't think I've ever seen Santana.
Where's it at?
Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
Yeah, I need to try to get some Black Key tickets for Madison.
Black Key tickets.
Black Keys?
Yeah. Black Key tickets.
Biff's pissed that nobody's answering the phone, by the way, just texting.
Oh, come on.
Classic
Go ahead,
Biff.
Plowick. I apologize.
I was done. I was done.
Oh, there's clipboards. You just have to sign up.
Yeah, I don't know where the KSHE one is.
I'll show you. That's pretty much all I sign up for.
Okay. Yeah, I could get some Black Key tickets.
Okay. Who's Black Key?
Keys.
Who is that?
But I don't
Alicia
like saying
Keys' brother.
Keys tickets. I feel like that sounds really weird.
Alicia Keys' brother started a band.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, probably not.
No, I was kidding.
Okay.
Good joke, though.
Yeah, that was a bit.
That was a bit.
Earth, Wind, and Fire going to be with Santana? Is that what
That's
we're
a sick
Yeah, they
duo.
are.
So sick.
Yeah, you've seen Earth, Wind, and Fire. I remember that a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, I did.
Dude,
I don't know
Frank
how good they're gonna be,
loves
but-
Earth, Wind, and Fire, man.
Do you remember? Ba-da-da-da, September.
You think they ever get tired of playing the same song they've been playing for 50 years?
Yeah. Oh, God, that'd be terrible.
I don't know.
They've cashed the paychecks, probably.
Yeah, if it made a fortune for you, and people love to hear it, they'd probably still do it.
The thing I'm not sure about Santana is, I mean, I saw some footage from.
Sneezing is pleasing.
I saw some footage from a couple weeks ago. Same tour that he's on right now. But it seems like he's playing like a collage of songs all at once. Like one of my favorite songs, Samba Pitai.
Say that again.
Nurse.
Samba Pitai.
Nurse.
Samba Pitai.
Or Pitai.
Nurse.
I like it when you call me Big Papa. He doesn't play that. That's Biggie Smalls. But he'll like start playing the song for like 40 seconds, and then it blends into another song, then it blends into another song, then it blends into another song. So he's like playing collages of greatest hits. I don't like that. I want to hear the whole song.
Yeah.
Like he starts off with Soul Sacrifice.
Right, sure he does.
He plays it for like 2
Play it off,
minutes,
hit it.
doesn't play the guitar solo, and goes into another
It's not
song.
the whole song. Come on, play the whole thing.
I don't like that.
No.
I mean, I'm still going to go, but I don't.
Yeah, but you're not a collage fan.
I want the whole song. Michael Franks would come here at some point after all the pub we're giving.
I hope he does.
Who calls you Big Papa? You say you like that.
That's Biggie Smalls.
Put your hands in the air. He's a true player.
Oh, Doug, it's so good.
Yeah.
There's a friend of mine who owns a barbecue place, Ron Bowles.
Who?
Whenever he
Who wants
posts,
to have that name in a text?
Ronnie Bowles.
B-O-L-E-S. Every time he posts, I said, I love it when you call me Big Papa. And he gets a kick out of that.
Ryan in Breezy Point. What's up, Ryan?
No. Ron Bowles. Barbecue.
How's the
He's got
barbecue?
Great, he's got great barbecue.
Where is this place?
I don't know. It's kind of it kind of moves all over the place. He takes the barbecue.
It's a nomadic barbecue place.
What's up, Ryan?
He takes his.
Just a barbecue pit that he rolls around.
No, he'll
He's Ollie.
He'll like take
This
it
is
to different
Ollie.
places. He'll say, "Okay, come see us this week. We're going to be at," and he brings all of his barbecue stuff there.
He's a mobile barbecue.
Something like that. No, just check him out, Ron Bowles, and find out where he's at. He's got great barbecue.
And he loves it when you say.
I love it when he call him Big Papa.
Franklin in Totowa. What's up, Franklin?
There is no city called Totowa. Make these things up.
So it's hard to pin. Bowles is not a guy you can pin down easily.
Well, he's on Facebook. Go reach out.
Yeah.
Totowa, New Jersey.
You'll see where he's
Brian Henson has made a request to become ASMR Ron Bowles. It's my new
Stephen Bambrook. What's up, Steve?
Now there's a Bambrook, but there's no Totowa.
Yeah.
Totowa's a township in New Jersey.
That's made
Yeah,
up.
they have townships. It's big.
It's like Larry King. Larry King never had a real city. James in Bleeding Uterus, Iowa. Hello.
Oh.
Nice.
Never had a real name.
It's called a medley, not a collage. A collage is pictures, you dolt. That's from the Crystal City Glam.
Obviously, you knew what I meant because you're correcting me.
Yeah.
So I would say
So that's on him.
it's a mirage.
Not a mirage. A medley.
A medley, okay.
Mirage is something that you think.
Well, I
you
don't
see
like the
that's not
melody.
there.
I don't like the melodies. I want the whole song.
Medleys.
And thank everybody.
It's a medley, not a melody. It's a medley.
Like Bill Medley.
Like, what did he sing?
Bill Medley.
Time of Your Life?
Ah, with Lindsay Warnes and then Jennifer Grey and Patrick Swayze. Am I correct?
Yeah, and didn't he sing with his brother for a while, too? Does he have a brother?
Yeah, Darnell Barnes.
No.
Oh, Cole's half
What
brother?
now?
Yeah, the Melody Brothers.
Not the Medley brothers.
Righteous Brothers.
Righteous Brothers. He was in that, right?
Bill Righteous and Bill Medley.
Yeah. So it wasn't really his brother, but the name of the group was the Righteous Brothers.
Yeah, but they weren't brothers.
No. But he had a great voice.
They did.
Where's this barbecue guy again?
Can't pin him down.
Go
He
on.
won't be pinned down.
Go on
He's
Facebook.
a vagabond as much as anything. He's a gypsy.
Go on Facebook. Ron
God, this
Bowles.
thing must have
He's a Bedouin.
dander.
BOLES on Facebook.
Who had the first kid?
Still haven't answered that one.
Well, we did through evolution.
Still waiting for that answer. Well, somebody had to drop a kid.
Well, we got a nice batch here. I see Stephen Wildwood, Timmy Tom, JV golf coach, and ASMR Ron Bowles are all.
And it's got to be about the Spillgate.
Yeah, hope not.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a lot that are in there, but they didn't make it to the filtered file.
This one certainly is not.
Which one? I see Sniffing Holes is active.
Sniffing Holes is not getting through today.
Something about a brown eel sliding around.
Oh.
Well,
That's like half our emails, isn't it?
no, this one was.
It's an FCC violation.
Well,
We'll save it for balloon party.
Yeah.
we might be getting some phone calls from
We
some
had
friends.
You know what we had to do today since we're on the podcast?
What's that?
We had to read the emails that don't get through the filtered file.
Oh, wow. You
on
could
Pepper
do
and
it.
Genie.
Best of luck to you.
Yeah. We can do whatever.
Yeah, we should one day. Just the ones that don't get through. And we can read them word for word. Unless it's really sexual in nature. Even we stay away from that.
Yeah, it's a highbrow show.
Well, sure it is. Yeah.
Maybe today we'll talk about the weirdest things we got fired for.
I don't know. I'll open up a
Spilled coffee.
open up a cookie jar.
You've been fired how many times, Iggy?
Yeah, what do you think? Do you know the number? Do you know the specific number?
Half dozen?
No, I couldn't even. You mean just from radio jobs?
Well, you got fired other jobs, too?
Oh, I was fired from by a bunch of jobs before I got into radio.
For poor performance?
I just didn't care.
Yeah, that's good.
Casey Masterpiece. First, I got caught smoking in the bathroom. And then I threw change in a customer.
Yeah, I got reprimanded for rolling a blunt in the freezer at Pizza Hut.
I could see that.
And then later was fired because he realized that weed came from 3 pizzones that I gave my buddy.
3 pizzones.
Yeah, it's
That's
when
a blast from the past.
Yeah, that is a blast. It's like Pizza Hut did the calzone. They call them pizzones.
They were wasting all this.
Stepping all over it.
Stepping all over our podcast.
Stepdad Gary says, can we get back to this Bill Righteous and Bill Medley? Bill Righteous, if he did indeed exist, was not a part of the Righteous Brothers.
He wasn't?
So Stepdad Gary.
I thought Bill Medley was in the Righteous Brothers.
He was. But their name wasn't Righteous.
Yeah, Bill Medley was in the Righteous Brothers.
It was Bill Medley, and I can't think of the other guy's name.
All right, can I get a picture of it?
But it wasn't
Bobby
Righteous.
Hatfield.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Bucky Hurd.
I knew it wasn't Righteous. Bill Melody's the one with the great voice.
Medley. Bill Medley. Melody is a tune.
Well,
is
they're all Wisconsin
the
players.
rhythm of the song.
The Bill guy is got the good
Medley.
voice.
Bill Medley.
There's a new whiskey in town. Fistful of Bourbon's the name, and Going Down Easy is their game. The kin behind Fistful spent over 100 years concocting the finest blend of 5 whiskeys this side of the Smokies, making it the smoothest bourbon your mouth will ever feel. This is the kind of complexity that can only be accomplished with good old-fashioned hard work and sound alchemy, and that's why Fistful of Bourbon keeps winning gold medals, blue ribbons, and whatnots at every fancy liquor competition from the Berkshires to Bakersfield. Get wise and pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy Fistful responsibly. And think about it. What do you think?
Okay.
Now that you're like in the tank and thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'll take a shot.
Okay, here we go. And Young. It's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day. And young, hey, Boots, St. Louis is in Peoria, and the Blues aren't leaving. What a dumb take. Pipe down and go boil some coffee, you over-crisp piece of kale. Peace and love. Peace and love. Thanks, and stay tuned. That's from #1 Asian intern Brian Henshin, a.k.a. ASMR Ting Ting 2. Subscribe to me on YouTube and make a $5 donation on Patreon to receive a whisper version of the radio call of the Rivermen's 2021-2022 SPHL President's Cup Championship game. He shoots, he scores, squish, squish, flip, flop, snip, snip, bitches.
I don't know what that stuff is at the end there. Brian Henshin.
That's the best you could do.
I was awakened at 5:30 this morning by the sound of Trent revving his engine outside of my bedroom window. When I climbed into the cab of his 2003 Ford F-250, I asked him where we were headed in such a hurry so early in the morning. He put his arm around my waist and pulled me across the bench seat so close that his chest was pressed against my torso. His mustache still smelled like jalapenos and sour cream from last night's helmet nacho. A lot of men are selfish lovers, but Trent's the kind of guy that's gentle as a top and gentle as a bottom. Yeah, he gave me herpes and COVID in the same week, but it was worth it. Trent claims he got herpes from the fountain soda machine he was refilling his Dr. Pepper. But I know it was from his ex-boyfriend, Jeff. Like that's spelled J-E-P-H. I've never seen that.
No, that's new. J-E-P-H.
Jeff spells his name J-E-P-H, and I hate him for that. Jeff is the kind of guy that would drink your last beer and then pee in the floor drain next to the toilet just to be a jerk. Anyhow, Trent said we're headed to my P.O. box because I need to pick up some mail-order chewable boner tablets for my dog. He's been having a tough time getting hard, and he's had his eye on a husky that he wants to hump.
They're not for dogs. They're not for dogs.
I hope this boner medicine works for canines because I simply can't afford to hire a fluffer for my dog. After we pick up his meds, I'm taking you someplace nice before we bang. How does Arby sound? Now, you and my dog are both going to have the meats. My loins tingled with delight since nothing gets me hornier than munching on cheesy roast beef for breakfast. Ooh la la. That's from the JV golf coach.
JV golf coach.
And young.
It's Henshin.
Henceforth, I shall be updating the title of my world-renowned YouTube channel to ASMR Ron Bowles 2.0, the nomadic barbecue guy who gives the charred bell pepper free tickets to things. Sign up now and receive a coupon for 50% off a Traeger grill from the House Depot. For legal purposes, that's Traeger with a Q. And you'll probably receive a watch instead of the $100 grill you purportedly ordered. Thanks. That's from #1 Asian intern Brian Henshin. That's
pretty good.
Brian Henshin, point 2.
Hey, boys. Just some randos. Since Buck Swope is an unpaid employee, can he not be eligible to play trivia if not everybody is playing for second place? Similar to Tim, Coach Heeb. What are you talking about here? Coach Heeb was at Vianney. Similar to Tim, Coach Heeb ruined my pro football career. We were at freshman practice, and for some reason he picked Trent Green to come up to varsity instead of me. We all know how that turned out. Big mistake.
Yeah.
I went to McDonald's the other day, and a double cheeseburger is $2.99, and a triple cheeseburger is $2.59. What in the holy hell's going on? Rather than coming to TMA for an hour, can I come into Balloon Party and have Jackson give NBA takes whilst I peep the text line?
That'd be fun.
And favorite line of the day, fortunately the coffee was cold, as if only hot coffee would short-circuit the board and shut down the show. Nice work, fellas. That's Steve at 1 Cardinal Way.
Steve in Ballpark Village.
And finally, hey guys, what are we talking about? Whoa, boom, crash, bang, splash, glug, 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 loud electrical buzzing, a puddle of dark liquid forming under a $100,000 soundboard like it was whacked in the street. Is that smoke? I think it might be smoke. All after stops, a brave little voice asks the question that needs to be asked but that no one wants to ask. Are we still on the air? The collective eyes of the room go wide as saucers and turn to the palsied old cook who just rip-tailored his coffee across the studio like it was a cup of glitter.
Oh.
What's the matter, guys? You concerned about this? He points to the carnage. Don't worry. The coffee was cold. Anyway, you all want to hear about the perfect shot I hit yesterday? Yep, pulled up my driver and nutted that bad boy right off a tree and about 50 yards out of bounds. Probably would have been Monday qualifier for the John Deere were it not for the despicable hack with a 20 handicap in a clinical case of the yips. Speaking of confusing old man jibber-jabber that grinds whatever conversation conversation we're having to a screeching, ear-splitting halt. I ever tell you about the time I went fishing with Jimmy Lipschitz? Yep, that's the story. Oh, look, Scooter, in all caps using head-injured B-fib with the self-awareness of a paper plate, is texting in to complain about my uninformed take about the Cardinals. Well, Scoot, if you like that, why don't you come on over here and hold Pepper's beer? He's got a few factless, meandering takes about the Battlehawks he'd like to cough out at you with the definitiveness cult leader. Anyway, I gotta go. The sewer people who live in that extended stay hotel I call home are getting that hickish itch to blow some stuff up for the 4th, and I have to go make sure they don't shoot a bottle rocket through my window and burn down my clapboard apartment. There are some really valuable Playboys in there. Thanks. That's from Timmy Tom Tom.
Timmy Tom Tom.
And that's what we have. The Design Air Heating and Cooling email a day.
Well, that was 5 of them.
Brian Henson was 2.
I like Jeff because I like the way he spells his name. Geff. I don't remember what his email was about. I just know I
was
like
a JV golf coach, and he talked about Jeph.
Oh. I'm going to go for Jeff.
There was no Jeff.
That's why I'm voting for him.
This guy writes in about Kevin.
Shrimply Pebbles?
Pebbles.
Took the day off.
You can vote for him. He didn't send anything today.
Well, no, Jeff sent an email. You're voting for him.
Right, let's vote for people who didn't send anything.
No, I'm my process of elimination because the other 3 just sucked. I'm going to go with Henson's second one.
Oh, my.
Ron Bowles 2.0.
I thought the best one was the JV golf coach. I really did. I don't know. Let's see. Plowhawk, you're the Speaker of the House. JV golf coach wins the month of June if you go with JV golf coach.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't exist without the JV email, so I got to go JV golf.
The JV golf coach has just won the month of June.
Lucas.
He earned it.
The JV golf coach has won the month of June, and he's going to see Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, and Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
With Iggy?
And a 30 Denominacon.
Oh.
I've got to go to Point Fest with somebody. And they got a $30 gift card. You still have that, Jackson?
It's on my desk.
I'm not aware.
Yeah, I don't know where it's to, but it's $30 to somewhere.
You just get $30.
Some saloon. We haven't got the name of it yet.
Maybe it's to Bowles'
oh yeah, the barbecue
joint.
I know it's not there.
That moves every location and nobody knows
it's
about it.
Hard to pin him down.
Well, Jackson has it. You have to come pick it up, I'm sure. We're not mailing things out to people.
No. We don't
Do we
have
mail
stamps.
things out?
We can.
Who's got
They got to come
stamps?
pick it up. We have a receptionist. Jody does a great job, so you got to come pick it up from Jody.
Harry Carey used to say Jody about Jody Davis. Remember that?
Did it? Yeah.
1984 Cubs
I
catcher
don't
Jody
know
Davis.
the years.
Yeah, Ryan Sandberg.
And then Ron Say was at third. Who was the shortstop? Was Sean Dunston there in '84, or was that before his time? Probably so.
Feels like him. Yeah. Probably him.
Ryan
Well, he had a
Sandberg.
good
Who was at
arm.
first? Leon Durham. Who's in the outfield for the 1984 Cubs? Keith Moreland, probably.
The big left fielder.
God, we should know this, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, Sweet Swinging Billy Williams was done by then.
Oh.
Yeah, him and Ernie Banks weren't
Yeah,
playing
Adolfo
anymore.
Phillips.
Ernie Bank.
Retired.
Ernie Bank was on the '84 Cubs.
No.
The S is silent.
I can see that big guy out there.
Not Dawson. He wouldn't have been there, would he?
No, the Hawk wasn't there. He was with Las Esposé.
Yeah. But he played there for a while, didn't he?
He did, after leaving the Expos. Can't let you go.
I don't know. I used to watch those games religiously on WGN.
Jody.
Wow, Missouri's returning 50% of its players, too. Football.
We moved on to college football now?
Oh, no, 67. Sorry about that. 67% of its players.
Yeah. 67% did not receive an offer from some other school.
And
Tim, what do you say? Fight Tiger?
Fight Tiger. Go. Fight. Win. Tiger.
Get me high.
Maybe you should co-host that post-game show with Gabe.
Bring it on, Gabe would love it. I'm sure he'd love the...
And you just bash the Mizzou fans the whole time?
Just imagine you just so baked, like.
Oh yeah, Jackson. 100.
You'd be working the phone lines.
Gabe would just. I'd be his sacrificial lamb. So
Can the 314 please put your phone on mute?
Here you go, Tim. Jody Davis, Leon Durham, Ryan Sandberg. Larry Bowe was a shortstop on that team.
Larry Bowe.
Ron Say at third, Gary Matthews, Rob Denier, and Keith Moreland.
Rob Dernier.
How about that, Doug?
Yeah. A pretty good team, actually.
And they had Thad Bosley was on that team.
Thad Bosley.
Richie Hebner.
We should have brought this up earlier.
The old gravedigger from the Pirates in his final
Jay
years.
Johnston was on that team. Steve Lake, the backup catcher. Bill Buckner.
Bill Buckner was on the '84 Cubs.
Utility, so it says. He played in 25 games.
Okay.
And this great pitching staff of Steve Trout, Rick Sutcliffe, Dennis Eckersley.
There's no topic
Dick
our
Griffin.
audience wanted us to break down more than the 1984 Cubs.
Lee
And
Smith
we only
was on
have
that
3
84
minutes
team.
left. That's the real loser of this whole thing is we don't have another 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I can carry it over to Balloon Party.
Or you guys can take it for Pepperoncini.
Let's break down the 84
I don't know
Cubs.
enough about the roster. I wasn't alive for 5 years.
Just make up the takes. Pick a player and make something up about it.
Time to shut it down. We've got to go. Pepper and Genie coming up on the TMA podcast feed. Balloon Party's on the TMA podcast feed, too. Download the app. Use the promo code CUCK. CUCK. That's right. And you could win a chance to come in studio here for App Madness. Download the TMA STL app. Register for TMA Trivia Night. You get Salt and Smoke. You get Uncle Leo's. You get all your beer taken care of. TMASTL.com. Jackson and I are going to go to hand it to us on 101 ESPN. Text in. Jackson will give you tickets for Motley Crue, Def Leppard,
Good
Poison,
chance,
and
yeah.
Joe and Jet and the Blackhearts. 65780 is a text line on 101 ESPN. And we got to shut it down. For the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Sullivan Vaughn, I'm Tim McCurdy. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 The Point, HD2 FM from the Michelob Ultra Studios.